Hello, 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 everyone. We are live. It's your girl Montique, Callie, and Dr. Joy PhD. We are here to talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville, season 6 or 7, depending on what platform you're using. Reunion Part 1. How is everyone today?
Good.
Um. Mm-hmm.
Good, good, good. So, um, we're gonna rate it. Everything we say is allegedly our opinion. Entertainment purposes only. Please like and subscribe so you can make an algorithm go up and you can know when we go live. Um, we're gonna rate the episode. Do y'all want to do the chat stick moment of the week being Bell Collective reunion? I didn't watch it, but I watched the clip, so I don't know if y'all want to talk about that or something else. And then we'll get into the episode. What do y'all think?
Which
We can
one, Bell Collective or Huntsville?
Well, we're
Bell.
gonna do Huntsville, but our chat stick moment. Do
Oh,
y'all want
okay,
to?
I'm sorry. Yeah. That's fine.
Okay, unless y'all have something else
No, no,
that y'all
no.
want to talk about. Okay. So let's rate it first. How would you rate it, Joy?
I thought it was very good. It was cut stupid.
Okay, I thought so too. Yeah.
Because when my husband, who don't watch reality TV for real, notices, it's a problem.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a question that somebody said, and he was like, "Why would they jump? Why she ain't answer that question?" I said it was cut bad.
So
He
you
said,
think she did answer it?
"Oh yeah, it was a Letitia and Stormy."
Stormy? Yeah, I caught
When
that
he
too. So you think?
notices it, it's a problem.
Yeah, it was a
Mm.
problem. I think a lot of people noticed it. They were complaining about it a little bit. But what score did you give it?
I would give it an 8. I was definitely entertained from beginning to end, and my only assumption is it wasn't a whole lot of dead conversations. He really did have to tone this down. We haven't seen part 2 and 3 yet, and if we do and it's dead, then we really complain. Because sometimes they be having conversations that don't nobody care about but him, that he could deal with it privately.
True
But
that. True that.
so if he's gonna, if I can understand if it was just hot and you gotta cut something, and that does happen. Because to me, you could have cut out the Whitlows altogether.
Okay, and they ain't even came on yet.
Right.
We already saying we don't need it.
Right.
Okay, Callie, what about you? Oh, I need to share it out. Go ahead, Callie. Though.
I'd give it a 7.
Okay, that's good. I give it like an 8, 8.5. I feel like it was a good first episode. I guess because they're doing three
Yeah.
parts.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And I could see that the reason they're doing 3 parts is because he's kind of showing them talking as they're eating lunch and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. So that kind of made it be a little longer. All right, so we're gonna do our chat stick moment of the week, and I didn't watch it, but I watched the clips, and I was like, oh my god, clutch my pearls. The Bell Collective. What do y'all have to say about the reunion? I didn't watch the show, but does it
I've
make
actually
sense
got
that they were so heated? Because they seemed like they was just upset with each other.
Well, I don't. I've watched not all of the episodes, but I don't recall what has Letitia so angry at Latrice. I mean, okay, Latrice did make the comment on the panel one day that she's not trying to do a 9 to 5, which nothing wrong with that comment to me. She also
Me
made a
either.
comment that when she is away from the camera, that those people aren't her friends. Facts. And that happens a lot. When you work with other people, they're not. You could act like you love each other at work, but when the cameras are off and your day is over, I'm going back over here and minding my business.
then she's going to be quad. Then she's going to be X out. If they're really trying for real to have a sisterhood, and if that's what you want to do, that's fine. But they will find a way to X you out, because the reality is, if you don't like me, don't pop up on film and act like whatever. That's the problem. That's the tension. That's
Well,
why
but
I always
think back
say
to
it
the
don't
first
work if
episode.
you're not a working friend group. Everybody ain't got to like each other at the same time. I get that. But when you're not a working friend group that you fall in or out, we know we're gonna figure this out eventually, then
Mm-mm.
you don't need to be here.
But I
If you
don't think
if
she's
you
as
think back,
extreme as Quad. Like Quad
yes.
don't even talk to them unless she needs to. I feel like if they had like a get together saying we gonna go to breakfast and they invited her, she would show up.
I don't
I,
think that she
I
would. off
I
camera.
think that she would show up.
She
Now,
literally
after this, I
said
don't know if I would.
in that
But
interview, she literally said that she don't talk to them outside of filming.
Right. And I wasn't shocked about that
She
because if you
literally
think back,
said
but
that.
everybody don't talk outside of filming. I mean, Candace and Wendy don't talk to Giselle and Robin outside of filming. But I guarantee if they all said we gonna have a lunch and everybody shows up, 9 times out of 10 they all gonna show up. They might not even talk to each other when they show up. What's the difference? I mean, I don't think it's as
I think
extreme as
there is.
Quad.
Okay.
well,
I
Latrice,
don't
I
think
don't
it's
think
as
that they
extreme
would invite
Latrice is
as
her
not going to
extreme
show
as
up.
Quad.
Latrice ain't showing up, and I'm not mad at her
I
for that
wouldn't
because
after this either though.
if you think about the first
I don't
season, the
think they're
first
going to invite her.
episode, Maria showed everybody on Earth that day that there was no friendship going on whatsoever. And so
Say
I
it
don't
one more
see any
time,
reason to
Callie.
go
Say it
back
one
on
more
that.
time.
And
Say
you
that one more time for
Season
me.
can explain.
season 1, episode
Uh-huh.
1. Maria at that tea party, she let Latrice know right then and there, we ain't friends now, nor will we ever be. I
Can
don't know
you
why we
explain?
expecting that to change.
Can you
It
explain
shouldn't. Huh?
So tell us what happened, because some people
what
may
happened?
didn't watch it.
Well, when she came to that tea with the complete
Hmm.
intention of tearing down Latrice's hairline by saying that the wig she got in the mail was cheap, you couldn't curl it, it almost burnt up. She dogged the lady's business and then tried to bring it up in front of everybody at the tea party. Oh, you're telling me right then and there that you are just a hater. There's nothing friendship about any of this. I don't know. I've never expected that to change. And as quick as Maria was to jump off at this reunion the other night, she confirmed it for me. Nothing changed. Latrice got them nervous over something.
So why would you be upset about a 9 to 5 comment? Because I showed the hell don't want to work 9 to 5, and so I don't
Well,
see
I think
anything.
it was because it wasn't just the
Hey, hold
people in the
on.
audience.
What
One of the
We're
wait a minute,
doing our chapstick moment,
wait a
D.
minute. Letitia said, um, we got people who work 9 to 5 for us. And I think that's probably where more the complaints were coming from. It may
But
have
it
been
was,
one or two, but if you're sitting up here saying who wants to work at F and 9 to 5, while I might work with somebody who may agree and be like, girl, because I sure don't. Somebody else may find it offensive. I didn't find it offensive because I don't want to work no 9 to 5.
me
Felt
either.
I felt Latrice, but everybody, there are some people that want who that's a goal of theirs. Like
But
there's
I thought
even
this was the entrepreneurship
guys? What
uh
are we reviewing?
talk,
Is this
like it was
are
a
we
panel.
reviewing
correct,
Huntsville?
but
Demetria, at the moment,
Are
no,
we're
we
doing the
reviewing
chapstick
Huntsville?
moment. D.
we're doing
Oh,
Bell
okay,
Collect.
okay, okay.
Right, just yeah, we're doing the Bell Collective chapstick
We'll
Chapstick
be
moment.
done in
moment.
a couple of minutes and we'll pick up on the show.
Okay, I was just
Yeah.
confused. I was like, what are we talking about right now? My bad. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah. So
Hmm.
yeah. Anyway, I forgot the point I was making.
That's okay.
I just feel like they made it bigger than it is. And when I watched the clip that Latrice showed, that was an extended version of it, it didn't seem like the people in the audience were offended. It was like they were laughing and thought
Right.
it was funny. And they agree, like nobody, entrepreneurs work harder than 9 to 5 people. Don't get me
Mm-hmm.
wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but I feel so. I don't think it was a dig at anything. I think that they just blew it up to have a problem. But I didn't watch the show, so maybe I can't say much. But
I
anyway,
watched the show. I'm not saying that Maria definitely mentioned it to her, but she said that she had gotten a couple calls about it. And it could have been like, it's never my goal. Okay, let me just say this. It really is an elitist attitude because if there are people in this world
Right.
that would love to score a job at the post office with good benefits or at the city or the county or the state, those are 9 to 5s. Like
but
for
you still
some,
don't want
wait a
to
minute.
work
All I'm saying is everybody doesn't have an entrepreneurial spirit. Some people, I personally grew up with parents that owned a business. I don't have an entrepreneurial spirit. You know why? Because my parents, when you work your own
Yeah.
job,
Mhm.
you are not working from 9 to 5. Sometimes
Mhm.
my parents was at work at 8 and 9 o'clock at night. That wasn't my spirit.
Yeah.
I want to leave a job. I get off at 2:17. By 2:26,
You
I
want to be in
am
your car.
driving down the
Right.
street
But I don't even think that there's that what she said was saying that post office jobs or state government jobs. She was saying even if you work in those and that's what you like, you still gonna want to work 8 to noon. Like nobody don't want to be there from 9 to 5. You know what I mean? So I
I
mean
don't
I
think
don't
that
think
that's
she
how
was.
they took it. I don't
But
think
that's but that's
I
how.
wasn't offended,
Lord,
but I
just let
can
me
see how
finish my
people
sentence, Joy. Gosh. All right. How can somebody else's preference offend you? I don't know, especially if you're doing an
Yeah.
entrepreneur panel. Now I would understand if you was doing a panel on how to get a job at a job fair for the state, but if you're talking to people who are entrepreneurs and in her opinion was I don't want to work a 9 to 5, I don't see how anybody else would want to. That's her opinion. Like how is that so bad? I don't know. I don't think it. I think they made it bigger than it should have been.
I
But
think
anything
basically,
else that
really,
was
I think
what
really
you say?
it's more so. It's really more so going into like it puts like a negative connotation on the people, and it could be offensive to the
it is.
viewers that work 9 to 5s to say something like that, like a 9 to 5, like it's making it seem like it's a negative thing to do.
Yes.
Because she don't want to do it, it's making it negative for you to want to do it.
That's
Is that
not
what you're
what she
saying?
said. She
What did
actually
she say
said,
then?
That's what
who
she said.
wants to work a effing 9 to 5?
That's
Okay,
exactly
Literally
what she said, and
said,
the
that's
people
Yeah,
like
who
a
want to
that's
negative
what
work
she
it. Why would
connotation.
said.
that
and
offend
my
you,
in my
child?
head, wait a minute. In my head, that I can read, I can honestly hear an unemployed person in their head saying, "Me, you got
What
one?
unemployed person? You don't need to be at home watching Bell Collective. You need to be trying to do something else.
Come
And
on, now."
and if I offend you by saying that, I'm sorry, but that's how I feel.
I agree
I
with
mean, we
you.
all have our own opinions, and I don't see how
Hmm.
that could cause her to stand over her and be mad. I just don't understand. I can understand her saying it was offensive, people didn't like it, but to have that much anger about it, I don't understand. Maybe
I
that's
don't think
what
it
I'm
wasn't
coming.
about that. No, that's not why she was standing over her. You really had to watch the season.
What was she standing
Latrice,
over her for then?
oh, it was so. Latrice has been on an island on her own, and it's been so weird. And there's something going on, Latrice, that we don't know about. And
Oh
I
God.
think, what's her name? What's her name? Aisha or Keisha?
Akeisha.
Yeah, because
Aisha.
the whole
Aisha
group
put.
text situation.
Yes, Akeisha put her finger on it and they got off of it really quick. She even said, it's something going, she said, look, it's something going on with Latrice. I see so much hurt in her face and her eyes.
Okay.
And Akeisha is pretty neutral in
Neutral.
regards to
Akeisha's
those
not
girls.
neutral.
Wait a
Akeisha's
minute.
not
So if you
neutral.
see that something going
Come
on with
through.
somebody and they got
I'm
a lot
not.
of hurt in their eyes, that causes you to stand over them and talk mean to
No,
them?
no. What I'm
It
saying
Okay, well
is,
it was a
you
combination of
had to watch
multiple
the show.
things.
I guess so,
Yeah,
because honey, I
Callie,
feel
I'm
like
finna
that
say
was
And
just
none
yeah.
of it
Because I was finna
serious
say the
enough
whole
for them
the
to
whole
come at
group
her the
chat
way they
thing,
did. That was
I,
straight
the whole
hatery.
group chat thing accumulating with it's just a lot of stuff that's happened this entire season that just
Yes,
blew up at the reunion, really.
yes.
Because I
I
said the
just
whole
feel like it.
excluding her
Okay.
from the group text and
Mm-hmm.
all of
I mean,
that,
I
it just
just
was
feel like this.
accumulation.
I'm gonna be honest. Latrice and her, whatever he is, pretending that they don't like each other, and then on Instagram, she's up in the bed with him. I don't understand. This is not reality. She's making y'all feel like she don't want Glenn, and Glenn is this, and we working it out. You in bed with him every night, and but on the reality TV show, you acting like you not. It to me, that's I would have called her out on that, but
Hmm.
that's just
Hmm.
me. But anyway, y'all ready to get in the
But
hunt?
I don't think
Anything
it's
else
the
about the
fact that
reunion?
she's acting like she don't want Glenn. I think she does want Glenn, but Glenn just consistently acts a damn fool.
Yeah, he
But
does.
she consistently gets back in bed with him and
Thank
posts with him
you.
and travels with him and do things with him. But on
And
the
that's
show, she's
it.
making it seem like she's not. That's my. You got to follow them on Instagram. You will
Baby,
see it. It's like straight.
I love when Marie told him to go to Walmart. That had me on the floor still to this day. When she kicked him out her house and said, "Go to Walmart," baby, I
Yes, get
hollered.
out. All right, but anyway, anything else? Because we can go move on to
I
Huntsville.
do want to say this really, really quickly. I did not watch the whole season. I'm not trying to pretend like I do, but I did
Mhm.
watch the last 3 episodes of Salt Lake when they were actually on this trip. One, kudos to them for taking their time on this trip because it was 4 full episodes of them out of town. And so you got to see how I got to see how the whole thing unfolded with this Monica girl. And I have to say, we need to give a standing ovation to them for not leaking that
Yeah.
because the whole season, nobody
Hmm.
leaked this information. That's what made it such. Everybody keeps saying that this is the best drop in reality TV, and it was a good drop because nobody talked about it. No, there was no clue. All these groups, nobody knew.
Amen.
Why? So that's really a testament to people staying off of these girls, in my opinion, other than the beginning of the year and maybe after an episode. I don't even think after an episode, probably after
Mm-mm.
the season, shouldn't be allowed to be on Twitter talking about the show. Period.
I agree, but we already had this. Me and D already did argue about this, and I ain't gonna do it again.
Because this
But
is a
yes, I
perfect
don't.
Okay.
example of
Yep.
rolling out
Let's get
something
to
and your mouth
Huntsville.
drops.
I agree, child. I agree.
Because baby,
Okay,
it was
but y'all ready? I agree,
Yes,
it's
we're
Joy.
ready.
I'm
it's the
just gonna
way
say that.
it's the, everybody
We're ready.
Stay off of social media, people. Okay. Joy personally don't really. Joy people really don't be checking for something.
I don't either. I didn't watch it, but
I don't either.
look, everybody
that
been
is a
talking
lie.
about it.
It's
So I
all
was
like,
like, I have to watch. I'm telling y'all,
I
watch
watched
the
it
last
only because everybody's been
3
talking about it. It was good.
episodes. It is reality TV at its finest. Heather deserves some kind
I
of
agree with that.
award for something because I don't think that Shaw told her. Now that I watched it, that girl pieced stuff together based off what they said to her, and
But
she got an
but
investigator, and
Okay,
All
come
right,
on,
y'all. We can't
Auntie.
stay on this too long.
Mm-mm.
it was cold.
I
my
agree.
whole
I
thing
agree.
is,
I
and we
feel
can move
yeah.
on. We can move on after this. My whole thing was I was just confused at like the outrage about it because it's like the reality. The page is still up. They were not talking about anybody but Jen, so I was like
Yep.
so confused on why they were like so angry and why they were so
Oh,
mad.
but they
Like
had
what?
in the past had been talking about
Oh
allegedly
God.
all of them.
But
I just
the
don't
posts
think
are
that
up
you
from
should be
like
on there if
all
you're
the
going
way
to
to the
have a
like
blog. A
the
blog.
posts are still going back to like 2020 like it's going back from the since the show has been on, and
Correct.
the page was literally only talking about Jen. Like it's nothing about them, and if it is about them, it's actually praising them. So I was confused on where they were coming
Because
from.
she's a liar. She lied. She
And they
said she didn't go
also
into the
have
store.
deleted a
She
lot.
said she didn't know this stuff. She acted like she didn't know what was going on with
But
it.
I'm
She's a
saying they
liar.
weren't making it, but they were making it seem like the page was harassing them too. But it's
I think
evident
they
Oh,
that
I
may
don't know
they're
about it.
I think they may have in bits and pieces, and or it could have been just bloggers in general. The way that that girl planted information over time in different people's ears, I
Yeah, she can't never
heard
come
on the
back.
Black Show they should have pulled her out and whooped her tail.
Yeah, she ain't coming
Like
back either. Ain't no way. Ain't nobody gonna film with her. Y'all thinking people gonna
nobody.
ostracize people? Ain't no damn way. Okay, but let's get back to it. All right. So, did everybody Z? You need to rate Huntsville real quick. How would you rate it? The
oh,
reunion.
I'll say it was like a 7.5. It was good. It was
It
entertaining.
was good. Okay, good. So the first
Can
thing
we
we're gonna do is
look first?
we're gonna talk. Huh?
Can we talk about how they look first?
That's what we're gonna do. I'm about to pull it up. Um. So the first thing we're gonna do is I have some individual pictures, but we're just gonna do. Callie put together like a little collage, so we'll just show that one. And if y'all want to see somebody individual, if I have it, which I don't have everybody, I'll pull it up. Um. So here is everyone. That we could
Except for
find. We couldn't
Kiki.
find Kiki and Tiffany. Them, I guess we didn't even care because I didn't even think about them until I just looked at this picture. But
Yeah.
anyway, what do y'all think? Let's go one. Let's go. I guess left to right. Even though they haven't been known yet, the Fletchers. What do you think about them?
I think they look cute. I,
I
I
do.
didn't see them. I don't even remember what they look. Were they on?
They
no, they
weren't
were
on, but
on
the
the
picture's
show
right there.
last
Can you not see
November.
the picture, Joy?
Oh, I'd have to see the whole dress, but I mean, she looked better than all of them with them prom dresses. That all of them other ones. I mean, they look good.
Okay, because Melody looked the
Kim,
Yeah.
hot ass
Kimmy
mess.
looks good in her
Okay,
dress.
y'all just go ahead then. We don't have no order ever.
Yeah,
I
And
said
we don't
left to
have a
right. Can we
full
just stick to the one we own?
yeah.
she
We
look
don't
okay.
have a head to toe bottom
Hey,
of her because she
Montanique,
didn't have one out there.
Yes.
You got
This is too much.
Ryan
Huh?
girl.
I can't hear you, D. What you say?
I said you got my cousin over here dying, honey. I
Mm.
said
You
you got my
cousin?
cousin over here dying laughing at you.
Thank you, cousin, because they ain't listening to me. Okay, is these middle people, Kimmy and Maurice? What y'all think?
Kimmy looked. She's probably the best dressed this year, and
I
that would be a
Hmm.
hated it.
first
I'm
for her to
sorry.
be. I think she looked gorgeous.
I hate the
Really?
feathers. I hate the feathers.
Yes, I think she looked
Hmm.
gorgeous. This picture doesn't do much justice for her outfit. She
Oh, I
looked
have
gorgeous.
the. Hold on. Let me get her individual real quick so people can see it, Callie, because we have hers.
Yeah, we have it.
I
Can y'all
still don't
see
like
that?
the
I should have
feathers.
probably cropped it. I don't
It's.
like it.
I don't
I like the
like the feathers.
color.
The dress is okay. I just don't like the feathers.
I liked it when she walked on stage. When she walked on stage, it looked better than it does in the pictures here. But yeah, I thought she looked cute.
Oh,
Okay, let's do.
Kimmy,
Let's do.
Kimmy looked good in that dress, but it was not a cute dress. But she
It
looked
fit
good.
her. Yeah, it fit
It
her
fit her
figure good. I
perfect.
agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it fit good. What about Martell?
what is the
I think I
so?
have.
What is that
Do we have him?
that flap thing in the front on Martell?
That's a lapel, I forgot what that's called.
It's a
Something.
penis hider, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
It
that's
has
what
the
I see
penis.
it as.
yeah. I don't like men who don't wear socks with their shoes. That's so
Oh,
weird.
I like men that don't wear socks with their shoes.
Bet you they shoes stink.
Joy, really?
No, no, no. Their
Not if
shoes
you
are
put
always good and
baking soda
expensive
in it
looking.
or some baby powder.
Yeah. That it
But
just
But
then he gonna have white feet, ashy feet. I think I want him to have on something. They got
I
no
don't,
show socks he can put on.
I don't like that at all.
I'm gonna
but
find him some no. He could have on no show socks though, right?
He could.
Carlos King said his outfit was kind of a takeoff what Carlos wore. Do y'all remember Carlos' outfit like that? Where they had
Yeah,
that extra tie in the front. I don't not sure how I feel about it though.
I do
I
think.
think the suit looked nice on him. I just
I
don't like
think he
Yeah.
was the best dressed man
yeah.
besides Chris Fletcher. Chris, I don't know. He
See,
like a little drummer boy now. Look at it.
I
Um,
don't think he was the best. I think it looked really cheap. I didn't
now
like
I
it,
look.
but okay.
I
Um,
like Chris Fletcher. I didn't like his big old bow tie. It
yeah, I think
was
he. Yeah,
slightly
Chris Fletcher
small.
may have
I
won.
mean, his dress. I mean, Chris Fletcher looked like he going to prom.
I think he looked like a little drummer boy.
Yeah.
What about the pretty and pink Pepto Bismol crew in the middle?
A
How
prom.
is it possible she made that outfit look so cute? She looked cute to me.
It was
That
How
little
okay.
pink stuff, I don't know what it is, but she wore it perfectly.
I
It
think
was
girl,
okay.
okay.
yes.
This is better. I think. Let me show her individual. I think
Yeah.
she looks good in
Look
this
at that.
picture.
Look how
Yeah.
cute.
Now that looks good. Okay, but
That looks
Courtney in
like
the pink.
somebody's bridesmaid outfit. This dude
Yeah, I mean,
came
I
out. Well,
get
her
that.
husband came
Yeah,
out with
I do agree with that. I do
a
agree with that, Joy.
silk,
You did get right.
pink suit,
And
a
wore it well.
satin pink suit.
A tracksuit, honey. It looked like a tracksuit that was silk. What y'all think?
I love it. It's weird, but they look good to me.
And his
Oh, okay.
white Kohans. I
I like
like them.
I like it, but I do agree with you, brother. I do agree with
Yeah.
you,
You
Joy. It
like
does
it?
give very much bridemaid.
Oh,
Gives
okay.
bridemaid without the S.
Bridemaid like Nene Leaks, honey. I said, can she find the S?
Right.
Did she lose it?
It looked like a
Child.
bridesmaid's outfit.
Okay, let's do Tish and Marcel.
Tish looked like a prom reject dress.
I was
Like,
Okay.
just gonna say something similar. I was just
yeah,
gonna.
that's literally what
I
girls
hated
wear
the
to
way it
prom.
looked sitting down. It looked horrible sitting down.
It
Even
did. And
how
it looked
she's
like she was
standing.
wearing shackles on her feet. It was just a mess.
Take the shackles off my feet.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
I'm
her
gonna say
makeup
that
was beautiful. Her face,
uh
her
I didn't
makeup,
like
I
that
think
green
she
under
looked
her
really,
eyes,
really
Callie.
pretty.
I didn't like it. I feel like
Well,
she looked like what's her name? Fiona from Shrek. I didn't like it. Mm-mm.
oh, oh, oh.
Mm-mm. Nope.
She
Nope.
looked like she was about to bust out of it, child.
Yeah, she's. Oh God, I
So
just.
the Tishas on both reunions just wore too little clothes, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Listen,
Um.
this one looks better than that Tisha on the bell.
Okay, and then we'll talk about Melody because I know y'all was ready to go in. So go on.
Girl,
I
she
love
looked
it.
a hot mess.
No, I don't think she looked a mess. I think she looks like a rock star.
Well, I do.
What
It
about
was a
you,
little
Joy?
bit heavy looking,
Who?
but
I
I
liked
think
her hair
that
though. Her
picture
hair
right
was
there,
beautiful.
she's
Who?
slaying it right there.
Oh
But
yeah, I
Joy,
liked her
are you
hair.
paying us any attention, Joy?
I
Melody.
mean, we talking about Melanie. Oh, she look a mess.
Melody, not
She does
Melanie.
not look a
If she was
mess.
going to Beyonce concert,
Look at
I
that
would
right
say,
there.
go move, girl, go ahead.
She
Not
giving y'all
for this.
Renaissance,
That's
okay?
what she was, but she
It
wasn't
was
going
just
to
Oh
the
too
Lord, we got so
concert.
much.
many
It was just
comments,
too
y'all. I
much.
feel bad.
It's just too
Um,
much.
It
Where's
was
the
too much.
comment
okay.
section?
Sorry. I'm sorry I missed all your comments. I
It
was
is
on
a
something else.
lot, but she looks beautiful. Her hair is perfect. She looks cute, but it's a lot. I get it. I have
I
no
like
problems
her
with it.
look. I feel like off of the Beyonce Renaissance thing, that's what they were playing on. I did
Uh-huh.
feel like she was trying to have a Diana
Marcia
Ross
don't get
moment
the
because the
boots.
hello. I'm sorry. Did I cut? I'm sorry. The Diana Ross moment. With the boobs and the big hair and the big. I just feel like and it may have been too much for a reunion, but I liked it.
Yeah, I liked it too, and I think her hair is all just fabulous, honey. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
love the hair. I did like the hair.
I do too. I love the hair. I thought she was doing a Diana Ross Beyonce mixture, but she extra credit. We would be extra credit too. I don't know why y'all acting like we wouldn't if we was on the reunion stage. Um, say we wouldn't. Okay, so let's get into the episode. Um,
I
I'm
wouldn't.
gonna say, huh? Can y'all hear
I
me?
wouldn't, but that's just not how I dress anyways. Like I'm more of like a subtle person. I wear monotone colors. I've always been like that, so I would still probably be like that if I was on a show.
But you ain't gonna. But then you got to stand out.
I would stick to me. I wouldn't want to be trying to act like brand new.
And what
Okay,
color is Stormy's
so
hair?
you ain't
She
gonna be
looks
ripping
so
out the
cute.
plastic. What you say,
No,
Callie?
man.
What color is Stormy's hair? Isn't it kind of red on here?
Yeah, it's kind of reddish.
I love that color. She wearing that color.
Okay, did y'all notice that she had a cleft lip? I didn't know what the hell
She
Toby was
does
talking about when she
not.
said
She
that.
doesn't have a cleft lip.
I was like, what is that? And then she sent me a picture of it. I was like, that doesn't look like that. And she was like, well, she got it fixed. I was like, child, I don't know.
What? Send me the picture.
She don't have a cleft lip.
Okay, I don't remember Cleveland. So everybody walks in. Did they write? 'Cause a lot of people are saying that none of the husbands and wives walked in together. I mean, I
Yes,
guess
they
they just
did.
want to make. I'm just telling you what the people on the gram was saying because they were saying Tisha and Marcel didn't walk in together. Kimmy, I don't remember.
What
So
do they
did
mean?
they?
They weren't holding hands or something? Because they did walk in together.
They were saying that none of the couples they all walked down the hall by themselves.
Okay, maybe they was looking at a different season because
They
this one
they
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 walked in
walked in as
together.
couples. Yeah, they
Yeah,
walked in as couples.
that's weird.
I mean,
So
clearly
Marcel
walked
and
in.
Tisha did too.
The only one, yes, the only one that didn't walk in as a couple would be
Mel and
Mel
Martell.
and Martell.
Okay, well, I'm just telling you what the people said. I don't remember, and I watched it twice, and I didn't pay that part.
Mm.
Because they were saying that they felt like they went together, and I was thinking, okay, because they said Tish walked in with the two girls behind her with
No, she.
the
Oh, they're talking about at the
Before they
beginning.
hit the
yeah
stage,
at the
yeah.
beginning, yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I'm
yeah,
talking about. Yeah,
yeah, they
Oh
did.
well,
But that was just for show. That was strictly
look at
because
that
they
outfit
know
working,
that the
Melody.
camera is gonna be on them. So
that's
they,
what I was
yeah.
trying to say, but then y'all told me I was wrong, so I got
No,
confused.
no. That is what they did because
Okay.
that's not how they got. Of course, they got dressed once they got
Mm-hmm.
there. Which always proves my point. And maybe Tisha is catching on.
Mel and
They
nails.
play to the cameras. They
Of
know what
course,
they're playing. Like I would do something similarly.
I would too. Y'all saying y'all wouldn't, but I would be so extra. But all I gotta say is Martell shorts was so little. I
I didn't notice his shorts.
They
Girl, please go find them. They were so tight. I don't know how he don't bust his pants when he sit down. I ain't never seen no pants that tight on any, not even me. And I have to jump into mine sometimes. I don't understand how he. Oh, hey, Ashley, welcome. I don't think we've seen you before. Welcome to our show. All right. Anyway, is anybody on here part of the T Squad? No,
The T Squad, where y'all
no.
at?
is that
Anybody?
what they had on their shirts?
Yes, that's.
I didn't see. I couldn't read it. Okay.
We should
Did
have
they,
took.
wait
I
a
do
minute.
think I got a picture, but I ain't gonna show it.
Who had that
Um.
on their shirts? Her makeup team and stuff?
So when she walked in, she had on her boxing outfit,
I saw that.
and
The two
the
girls.
girls behind her had on T Squad shirt.
Yeah.
Did y'all not know? Y'all know I be
I
looking.
noticed the shirt, and I know, but I was paying more attention to the fact that it was
Catherine said it
boxing
was
like that.
shorts and
She's
long sleeves
coming,
for me.
and yeah,
All right, so what did Martell say when he went in? And I should have asked y'all this thing before so y'all could have researched. So when Carlos went to go see Martell, he said something and they bleeped it out. Did anybody figure it out?
me and Dave, I rewound it about 15 times.
Okay,
Yeah,
you can figure it out. Oh,
he
dang.
Did you,
said,
Joy? That's funny.
David said, my husband thought he said, I mess with Ariane every once in a while because he said two
Oh,
words, but I thought he said I F with or I F Ariane. He said two words.
Mm-mm.
because Carlos asked him, so you get home cooked meals or something?
Correct.
It
That
was
is what he
something about that, and then he said something. So that, I mean, it was something. They bleeped it out.
No, he said you don't get a home cooked meal. He was like, nah, these women really don't want to cook. And he was like,
Mm-hmm.
really? And then he said, well, I thought he said F Ariane every once in a while.
Maybe
All you
he said
heard
he. You don't think he said he ate her because it's talking about food? No.
I don't
Okay,
know
that's
what
I'm a
he said.
puke right now.
What?
You know what? I really don't know what he said. But
That's
I
what
was
I was
yes,
thinking.
but I rewind it about 4-5
Look at it
times.
again. I thought he said I ate her every now and then.
No, the
Women.
word eight. Here, let me go back because
Go
I
back, and then we'll move
Oh
on
my.
while Joy's investigating.
go
No,
ahead.
Ariane was not, or Sheree was not the woman in Houston. No, we don't know who
Yeah, that
she
girl had a
was.
lot of hair. Ariane has a lot of hair, but not that. The other girl had a big
That girl
curly
had a weed
ponytail
ponytail.
or
Okay, that's
something.
all we gonna
Yeah,
say.
yeah.
Um, Okay, so Maurice, they all come out. Did Maurice them come first? Because I have something
Yes,
about him stepping
yes,
on her dress.
yes.
All
Yes.
right. So then Shrek came out. I am so mean.
Sheree.
Shrek.
She said,
Oh,
because she's talking about
Tisha.
Tisha.
I've never seen the movie Shrek, but I can't agree
who
with
is
that
Okay,
Shrek?
though.
so can I ask y'all a question real quick before we get into it? Whose side are y'all on? Stormy
Well,
or
we gonna do that
Tiffany?
when we get into it, D. We gonna get
Oh,
into that.
okay.
We gonna get into it. I promise. Okay. So dang it, I lost my place because of you, D. Let me go back. Did he call that man Courtney Steele?
Yes.
Do you think that was a Freudian slip or he meant to do that?
What's his real? I think he was playing on.
His
uh
name is Beasley.
His name is Beasley.
Are they married? That's what I was kind of confused about. He said they were married. Are they
Oh,
married?
are they
What?
married?
Stormy and Courtney? Yes.
Okay, they are married.
Okay, so this is the part that bothers me.
Okay.
If you are married, even if you decide as a
Okay.
person not to take his last name, why is it offensive when someone calls you that? Because my mother
Only
changed her
because it's not the name.
my mother changed her name. My mother's last name is not the same as her husband's, my stepfather. But people often call her Miss Miller often, and she responds. I
Well,
don't
y'all
I
listen.
guess it depends on the person. I mean, if she don't want
I,
them to call
Right.
her that,
I
then
guess I don't understand why you're offended by it. I can
Well, listen.
understand you wanted to be corrected. You have to correct a person periodically, but I don't think it's far fetched that if her name is such a, it's not like it's some weird name. It's kind of like when you say Carlos, people normally say Carlos King. When people say Stormy's name, a lot of times they say Stormy Steele.
Yeah.
So
But okay.
so when you're with someone and they kind of their first and their last name has kind of gone together, it's I don't even know if Stormy
Exactly.
is her real name, by the way.
Oh, I
I,
don't know.
I kind of assume that it's her a name she
Monica. Like, yeah.
yeah,
I'm gonna say this. Okay, so y'all say my name wrong all the time, and I don't correct y'all. So my name is Montique, and y'all call me Montanique all the time. It
all
does
the
I
not
time.
call
bother
you
me.
Montique.
Well, D and
I
Joy.
call you Montanique all the time.
Right. And it doesn't bother me because I have been the type of person, you call me Monique, Montague, Montique, I'm just going to answer. It does not bother me. But certain people, once they correct you several times, after you continue to mess up their name, they get offended. If he's already said to other people on the cast, now you know my last name ain't Steele. for Carlos to do it, that he was downright wrong. You know what I mean? So I think he was trying to be funny. But if I continue to tell you my name is Montique and not Montanique, and you keep calling me that, I might get offended.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Especially when you know they're doing
Yes.
it kind of as a dig. And
Or
that's what
trying to be
Marcel
fun, or
does.
trying to be cute.
He's trying to be funny.
Y'all want to hear this? He said it.
Yeah, play it, play it. But
You
bleeping
want,
out,
you want me to play it?
I guess so. Do you think we'll get in trouble? If
No.
we ain't getting paid, it don't matter. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm
So you want
screaming.
me to just read it?
What?
You want
Play
me to
it
just
if you can. If not,
wait a
just
minute? Nah, I just went past it. Dang.
okay. Never mind.
Okay, say that. Hold on. I'm gonna look for my next question while she looking for it. Um, yeah, this we a mess. So,
Here
D,
it
how
is.
you say my name? D, you not say my name now?
Here it is, y'all.
I
I'm
don't
just
never.
gonna
I
go ahead
don't
and
never say
read
your
it.
full name anyways. I always say T.
I'm just
Oh,
So
gonna
what
do
you
you?
play.
saying?
Yeah, I always say T. So,
I'm
I
just
like
gonna play it over my speakers and let y'all hear it.
it. Okay, we
Okay.
listening.
okay.
All right, here you go.
I just gotta make sure I don't get on camera, y'all, because I ain't got no clue.
You might want to cook meals these damn days. So you don't have a woman who could cook for you. Well, yeah, but sometimes.
Well, you know I blank it sometimes.
Sometimes. So I think he's saying eat it. I'm telling you, he's saying eat it. That's what I think, because they talking about
Um,
food.
okay.
But
It might be. I don't know exactly.
Not corny love. Don't
Yeah.
call him when he ain't corny.
he could be
Yeah.
saying F it. I mean, it's
Yeah.
still the same thing.
I don't know what he said. I've tried to play with it a couple of times.
Me too. But at least
I
you
just
called it. Me and you be catching stuff, Joy. All right. So let's talk about. We're gonna get into Stormy now and Tisha.
oh, I see
So
Steve Pod, by the way. Now that I see them in the room, the girls with the pink, I see it.
you see it? Okay, good. So
I
D
see it.
wanted to know whose side are you on with the Stormy and Tish back and forth. Um, D, you want to go first? And D, I'm on mute. D, you on
He,
mute.
he on pause. He on mute.
Hold
Callie,
on,
who
just
Okay.
side
hold on, just a
you
second.
on?
Okay,
Callie,
go
who side?
somebody
So,
else.
so first of all, I love that Letitia is speaking up more for herself. She doesn't seem to be afraid of Stormy. I love all that, but I ain't gonna lie, I'm Team Stormy.
Ah, okay, Joy.
I'm definitely Team Tish on this. I think Stormy, people like Stormy, her culture is ghetto. That's all we talk all day long around what Marceau playing her by saying it, which I find hilarious. I can't do ghetto. Like I'm like, who is that? Who
But
said
you like
what's
Wanda?
that?
You
Who?
love Wanda,
I
Wanda ghetto.
ghetto
yeah, but
queen.
yeah, but
See?
she is, but she old and ghetto. So I just
Oh,
laugh at her.
the age limit to
It
it.
does make a difference. She old and ghetto. She is
Not
of
her
no
culture
threat.
is ghetto. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
she
Everybody said something
I
different.
mean, yeah, I'm just look, Joy.
That is exactly what he was trying to say. He was trying to be smart and call her ghetto, and it's just like
that
he
is
sounded
literally
stupid.
what he was calling her. He
She,
used, but let's be clear. He didn't start that. She did.
She did. She
She
said that was
yeah,
her
but
culture.
It's
still,
not he's all he's doing is using her word. So you can't even be mad at him. And that's
We
what's
can.
eating her. That's what's eating her because she can't, that's the reality. And she's or
That's
Marceau
what's eating
not
Stormy.
gonna allow this girl
so
that
we
he
can't
thinks
be
is
upset because she
Ain't
referred
nothing
to herself
bothering
like that.
Stormy.
He was using it as a dig, as if being ghetto is a negative thing. So
she
yes, we
but
can.
well, she is essentially saying, this is how I am. So you gotta
Oh,
accept me. This is my culture. And so he's like, oh, okay, that's
What?
Marcel in a woman's
I don't
body.
want to deal with your culture.
That is an accurate
The
description,
most
Angela.
condescending on the panel.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well, I was okay. D, did you say who team you on?
Stormy.
Absolutely.
I'm highly
I'm just
intelligent.
okay. I
I
just
can't
have
take
to
it that
ride
you
with
all see my
Stormy because you
condescending.
got to be accountable. You're talking about shading this one, but you really like what she's
Hmm.
doing. Ain't no way the business policy just ends up on your business page. Okay, so
I'm
I
with
am in
that.
this situation, and and I agree with Stormy. Tisha rehearse these lines in the car. Like she was like, I gotta say this, I gotta say this, I gotta say that. And before they could even sit down and have a conversation, she rattled everything off.
So
Even
she
the
wouldn't forget them. So she wouldn't
even
Oh,
the
this
forget
go
them.
makes
pop
me
your
feel so good. This makes
yeah.
me feel so good because they were jumping me in my group chat. Oh my god,
Why?
Okay, well let me
because
finish
they
my
were
one
all
last sentence,
team
please. Can
Tisha.
I finish my
Go
one
ahead. Go
last
ahead. Go ahead.
sentence?
Sorry.
Okay. And the reason I feel this way is because Go Pop Some Pills was for Kiki. She
I
was
bet.
rattling off
So
Yeah.
that is what I
everything that was in her
wondered.
head that the go pop some pills that she was supposed to say for Kiki. She was just rat a tat tatting.
And then
Yeah. Oh,
they
Angela
just
said it
skated right
too.
over that. I couldn't
Yes.
understand
What do
what
y'all
was
think?
going on.
Yes.
I
So what
agree
were
with
you
you.
saying? D in your group they were what was going on? So you
They
think
were
she get the
they
rehearsal?
were they were attacking me
Yeah,
about
everybody.
Letitia because I was Team Stormy,
Mm-hmm.
and I just
Yeah, pop.
feel like personally, like yes, we can talk about Marceau. Marceau is always in the women's business. He
Mm-hmm.
is.
He is.
Like I said, calling
We
her
gonna talk.
ghetto
Yeah.
as if there was like, a negative thing or like, he was saying it in a negative way. He was trying to be cute. That's what he was trying to do. So
Yeah.
that's why I was okay for Stormy
Yeah.
coming after him last night. And I was glad that Melody was chiming in too because I'm like, uncross your legs.
Yeah.
Yes. All
And
right. So what? Go
Marcel
ahead.
try he tries to come at Stormy in a negative way, though, saying that those aren't the kind of people he really cares about, things like that. Stormy got to him, and now Marcel is all up in his feelings, saying whatever he think he can say to hurt Stormy, and he's not even making a dent in her psyche. Let's just be real clear.
So they were kind of going back and forth about each other's business sense. So Tisha was saying, and I'm gonna tell you this: this girl, because she said Espo again, and I'm gonna say this about her: if I can't say a word, I'm gonna find another word. Tish don't care, or I don't know if I should feel like, oh my God, she's great because she don't care, or oh my God, she need to find another word. Like if I couldn't say Expo, I would have said like the business seminar or webinar or something. I don't know, but I don't know. Anyway, um, what do y'all think about them saying that the business sense of the Scots? Did they ever find out how much money they made from the Expo?
Mm-mm.
No, no, they're hiding something. They're hiding something.
Mm. So, what do you think about the him saying to Mel she only sells T-shirts, and then she gave him the T-shirt?
I love that. And
Me
I'm not
too.
the biggest male fan at all. I think she's pretty miserable, but I loved it because here you go, your shirt. And I'm glad
Melody
she
is
made it
miserable.
oversized. I'm glad she made it oversized.
I thought it
Because
was
she was
cute. I mean, I
correct,
like when
though.
they go at it. They're funny to me. But yeah,
Me
that
too.
shirt
They
was
are. Hmm.
that shirt was a necessity.
Because she was
Hmm.
correct. Like, baby, look
So
at you. All the men are in the back. You're the only man up here on the women's
you're the
panel.
one
That
out
should tell
here.
you something.
Right.
A big
So, do
ass
you think
bitch
that
in the world's a
Stormy
contestant.
does not pay her invoices? So, do you think Stormy don't pay her invoices, or was because
Girl, child,
Tisha
Letitia pay
said she's
attention
for
to
the streets when
all
it
the
comes?
things in the Huntsville street except the shit
I
about her
mean,
damn
she
husband.
she she was. Look, I mean, to be clear, and it could have
Go
been
ahead.
cut money. I'm always aware of that, but based off how it was
Uh huh.
displayed, don't. And because instead of Stormy saying, "Now you know that that's not true," she started explaining about her lack of business acumen. Like and she one of the things that the probably the only thing that I do admire that I like about Stormy, Stormy has been very kind of open about the mistakes that she's made,
Mm-hmm.
along the way that she didn't have an experience. And I kind of agree. I mean, I'm sure she's telling the
No,
truth when she said they blew up overnight.
Right.
They
Angela.
really didn't have the know-it-all, so it was kind of like a trial by error. That's why it's they get so many orders that it takes 3 weeks to get something from 3 states over. Like
that's
anywhere else, it should be no more than 7 days to get anything.
But
so. She did say to her when she said that. She said, "When you make as much money as I do in a month, then you can say
come talk
something."
to me.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
And then
That's
Exactly.
why.
Tisha,
Yeah. No, yeah.
did-
Okay. But you
and
can
she,
also
yeah.
take on more than what you can chew and go bankrupt. I think about companies like, if y'all remember Fubu, Fubu was like that. Fubu blew up overnight and he just couldn't handle it. So he had to take things out of his hands. He
Mm-hmm.
had to because he just couldn't handle it. And sometimes you just take on too much and you make a lot of mistakes along the way. I think that's why Stormy claimed that they nearly lost everything because of it. You can get too much too fast and not know how to move. And that's clear. So I have no doubt in my mind that she probably wasn't paying everybody because she was trying to make orders herself. She's still working in the room.
But I mean, but do you think that it was because she didn't have the money to pay them, or it was an oversight? Like she was
It
just
could have
doing
been
too much.
both. It could have been a
Mm.
little bit of both. Like a lot of times people get if you look at what's going on with her right now, she's not even selling any products outside of the body glaze.
Yeah, that
So
glaze is a money
and
maker.
so she's making a lot of money. She's probably trying to get all of that out as possible.
Mm-hmm.
I tend to think for her to have a $20 oil that she then sells at Christmas time for $5, she's trying to get rid of it. You
So what are
know,
Yeah.
we talking about right now? Stormy.
Stormy.
If
So
we
in
think
Stormy.
she's
all,
And her
paying her bills
invoicing.
or
I
not.
just feel like Letitia is just looking for a moment. She can pay
Yes.
attention to everything else in the Huntsville street, but what they said about the person sitting right next to her. She got all this energy for everybody but the right person.
Yeah, I mean, I
and she
get that.
don't like when people. Go ahead, Kelly.
I'm glad that
I'm
she
sorry,
has
Kelly.
that
Go ahead.
energy because it's been missing for a few seasons. But she does sound crazy coming at Stormy sometimes because Stormy said it best. When you make as much money as I do every month, then come talk to me. Right now, you can't even put the right email address on your box. Don't talk to me about my business.
Okay,
They don't
and
compare
everybody
right
steady
now.
trying to go with
Sorry,
this
I don't compare for
narrative,
real. But I
and it
still love that Tisha is trying to stand up for herself better. Mm.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's what everybody
Kelly, with
study
that
saying.
comment.
Like that's what they was saying in the group chat against me. They was like, now that she's standing up, oh,
Let me
Uh,
ask y'all this. Can I ask y'all
Mm-hmm.
this question?
I done
Um,
forgot what I was gonna say, but go ahead, because I was
on
sure
this
saying stuff.
on
Yeah.
this same subject, do y'all think Carlos was taking Tisha's side
Mm-hmm.
when he was talking to Stormy about that era on the website?
Yes.
Okay. Because I thought it was just me. Because it was very clear to me that he was very much so Team Storm, Tisha, and I'm not sure if he likes Stormy.
Well, he did do the post that
bothered
Stormy
by
is
Stormy's bothered by Mars. So
Lord Jesus.
how? I'm
I don't.
confused.
I
How
don't
is
think
he?
so, Joy.
And
I think
I'm
that.
Um.
trying to figure out how is Stormy bothered by Marcel when he's the one
What are
coming
you
for
talking
her.
about?
I'm
What
reading.
is he
I
talking
read
about?
a comment. It was in the
Oh,
comments.
okay. I was like, Joy didn't even say that. Okay,
No.
so I'm gonna say this. Carlos did because everybody wants Stormy to go to Bell Collective, and he did respond saying, "No, Stormy is a part of Love and Marriage Huntsville, and she fits in great." So I don't think that he does not like Stormy. I do think that he was trying to protect Tisha because because she claimed she was depressed and she was crying, and it was so much because he
What?
is wrong in my opinion. The web
She was
developer is
crying
not
over this.
responsible, huh?
You said she was crying and stuff. Are you talking about over this Stormy situation or just in general?
About the she was you don't remember when her and Marceau he didn't even coddle her or try to hug her, but she was saying that it was so much on her that it was a
Okay.
simple mistake. The web dev and she was crying about it,
Yeah.
and she just didn't know if she wanted to do business anymore. I feel like he was just trying to protect her. I will say that he was wrong, and he didn't let Stormy tell why she was wrong because it doesn't matter if you have a web developer. You
Mhm.
proofread your stuff. You are the end of it all. Everything that's on there is on you once it is published. So and if I was that web developer, which I don't even think it really is one, I think she did it. I would call her out. I'm sorry, I would.
I
I,
thought he did.
Who was it then?
It was a dude.
Yeah, it's a guy.
I'm
I
gonna
thought
say
he
that was
he.
called
he
Tisha
Sheree.
out?
No, that was
oh
Sheree.
yeah, That is. I'm getting
Yeah,
up.
honey. He did call Sheree out big time.
Was somebody,
Um,
was it you who said that, Callie? I don't know who it was or something that I read that if it was a mistake from a company, they felt like was that Carlos. Am I getting confused?
say it one more time.
Should have come out and apologized on behalf that it was an error.
Carlos said that. He
Carlos
said
said
that.
What does Stormy not owning her trademark have to do with anything? It has absolutely nothing to do with anything.
Where's
Nothing
that at? Where
in the
D
comment.
is all in the comments. We need to get
D?
him out the
Hold
comments
on a
No,
minute.
because he can't.
she doesn't own the trademark um to that setup, because to my understanding, that's a setup you buy.
It's a
And
template,
it's a
right?
template that you buy.
Hmm.
But you do have to plug in information.
Just a little
You do
template.
have to put in your own information.
You do. It
Okay.
ain't basically an example template that she just took and made
Yeah.
her
No,
own.
this
It's
lady
the
didn't even use the template. She copied. She controlled C, controlled V. That's a shortcut for copy and
I'm just
paste.
trying to find out
Okay.
what relevancy does that have to the point that we all are making.
No, I
None.
don't know. They have their opinions, D. Don't get
They
upset
do.
about it.
They do.
Okay. So when we were sitting here and Stormy, they were rambling back and forth. I went to go look. So Stormy says I make 4 million a month. TikTok invited me to their studio. And Marceau said to her, "Is that gross or is that net?" And it made me think because a person can make 4 million, but if your bills are 4 million and one,
Mm-hmm.
it's and then Tisha them could be making 50,000 if their bills is 30,000.
Yeah.
Who is better off? So
Yeah.
I can understand him saying that.
Feel like she's still okay because she still have a husband. So
Oh
But he
yeah,
works
I'm
for
just
her.
saying.
He works for
Yeah,
her.
she been waiting, honey. Tisha's been looking in the comments.
yeah,
Everybody, do y'all think that it was rehearsed? Because
I
everybody's saying that.
definitely gave. They talked about that. Like, oh, I can't wait till she say this because soon as she say this, I'm gonna bring this up. She definitely talked about that
Yeah.
because Tisha ain't never
Oh,
gave.
poor Tish. I like Tish.
All of a sudden now
So
she got
Stormy
all
made the
these
comment of, as black
comebacks.
entrepreneurs, huh?
Go
Yeah,
Stormy
ahead.
she
made the comment, as black entrepreneurs, we can't navigate. We have limited resources and we have guidance. And then in the next breath, Stormy said, "Bitch, you want to be me. Don't play
Yeah.
with me, ho."
Yes.
So I
Yeah. Ghetto. It's her
love it.
culture.
I love it so much.
It's her culture.
but that was a
Oh,
gag. Honey. That was a gag. Period. Ghetto not gag.
Girl.
Be me. So have a seat over there, man, because you
She
want to be
said,
like
"So don't no." Then she said, "So don't play with me, ho." Girl, I
that
can't.
is that is like such a black thing.
such a
Like
It
to say.
ghetto.
Listen, Stormy told her, I gave your ass grace. Okay.
is. So
That's
that,
really what it
this
is,
is
Callie. What it is, clock that tea, honey. That's all that is,
girl. I
girl.
can't.
Carlos may have accused of
So
something
y'all,
along
so people,
the
do y'all
line.
believe that Tish deserved what
Bring it on.
Stormy said to her?
No.
No. Okay. What about people who are watching? Do y'all think so? People are saying they do. What y'all think?
I
A
say hell
ghetto black
yeah.
thing to say. Yes.
Thank
I
you.
don't know. I felt this is why I feel like it was rehearsed too. Because when Stormy was looking her dead in her eye, pointing at her, saying "Be ho, I gave you grace." Tisha didn't have a rebuttal, so
Yeah.
that's
So
why I feel like she
she studied.
rehearsed. She practiced.
Yeah.
Okay,
She's right.
so
It is what it is. She had to get a little extra practice time, but that's why she messed up. Now I did see a comment on here that when she said go pop a pill, and we're thinking that was meant for
Kiki.
Kiki. I saw another comment on here saying it was not meant for Kiki. Have
I
you
She
seen
was
did.
that?
but
talking to
why?
Stormy when she said that.
But we're
I
I
thinking
know
that
she
know
she
was
was just
talking to Stormy, but she might have
we were
been
thinking she
speaking
was
too
just
soon.
rattling it off because she was
Yeah.
trying to get everything out and she said it too soon. Why
I
would
don't
she say
think
that to?
so. Okay, let me say this. I
Go
don't like
ahead.
accusations about drugs, but I have heard some things. But
And we have our allegedly up there, so don't try
I'm
to sue
not
us.
even gonna go there. I
Are you
tell
not going
y'all.
to go there?
I'll tell
I'll
y'all
tell
off.
us off. Oh,
What?
so Really? I don't get that from Stormy. I get that she may do a little weed, and but I don't see her being on opioids or being addicted. But
I
she
don't
could
think
be.
that it's the opioid issue. I think I don't know what they be popping, but I know that
Oh, like Molly.
I've had conversations with my 23-year-old daughter. The lines are
Uh-huh.
blurred. Like when we were younger, crack was a thing. We knew not to touch that.
Crack is
It was
whack.
always seen as bad. Marijuana was never seen as bad. Today,
Right. Uh-huh.
Molly isn't seen as bad.
That's
Back
bad.
in the
Right.
day when they were drinking them cups, that syrup that they
About
was
NyQuil.
lean,
drinking
Mm-hmm.
wasn't
lean. No, it's
seen
lean.
as
Yeah.
bad because to them there wasn't a crack like behavior or cocaine or heroin like
I mean,
behavior.
lean ain't nothing but basically promethazine.
Yeah, but I'm just saying in this culture, in
What is
Stormy
y'all talking about?
culture,
I
Lean,
need
no,
some
that's what
help.
it is. It's
What are
I'm
these
promethazine
things
they
y'all are
like
mix
for
with
talking
real.
about?
Sprite.
No, for
NyQuil.
real. And he's like, and Demisio can high five this because he's in age appropriate era.
So are
The,
you talking about the syrup that
It's
Lil Weed Wayne them
promethazine. I
are on?
am telling
yes,
you, it is
Okay, I got
cough
you. I got
syrup
you.
that you get
yes.
from
Yeah,
the
I know what you're
doctor.
talking
They
about.
mix it
Yeah.
with Sprite.
My point to all of that was when drugs aren't seen as negative
Ooh,
because they're not heroin, because it's not an opioid, because it's not crack, because it's not powder cocaine. We know what the addictive behavior is behind it. But if you are
right.
just taking ecstasy every once in a while, which I think is crazy because I got an uncle, for an example, I can show you. Y'all don't never want to see that
Listen,
shit. And
people put ecstasy in their butt to
you're
make it move faster.
What?
it's insane.
Yes,
Is
I
that
don't
like a
do it.
joke or you what?
It's serious.
I
Yeah.
mean, ecstasy
And
doesn't really
okay, so
do.
we have this
It
comment.
doesn't really do
In
anything,
my
but
opinion,
really just make you super
usually
horny.
chastised
Yeah.
by
Right.
That's
someone
I
really
mean,
the only thing it
I
does.
don't need that. If
Now
I'm gonna be
y'all
horny on
heard
my own.
ready my
Demisio
products
say
and
that,
you better
right?
be quiet before I expose your ass.
Okay, so in this, in my opinion, Tisha was being chastised by Stormy and giving Tisha grace meant to me. I gave you my products, and you better be quiet before I expose your butt.
Yeah, I believe that too.
Mm,
I actually believe that because there is actually a scene that I ain't never forgot about that I swear
yeah.
up and down that
Love it.
Tisha
Hmm.
was putting her labels on top of Stormy's.
And we will real
The
housewives.
coloring looked the
Yeah,
same, right?
no,
Yeah.
yeah, no.
Yeah.
Tisha's label was purple. Okay, if y'all go
No,
back
the
to
one that she put it over
yes,
was kind of like Stormy's color. Then she did like a bluish, periwinkle, purplish. Yeah.
yeah. And
Yeah.
if y'all go back to those original pictures, if you can find one, when her daughters were advertising, matter of fact, we used to talk about why her
We
daughters
did.
always have the labels and she always cover the labels. Like,
Hmm.
why did she do that? That looked like Stormy's bottle.
I don't know, but I do feel like if it is their bottles, that they need a new marketing person because you always show the name of your product,
Yep.
and they never do. It's always covered. So Felicia said that Tisha updated the labels on her own products. Cause did she update it because they have the wrong shipping policy on them?
Because it was pink. Was the
Did it
original
have
one pink?
Canvas Beauty shipping policy on it? Why she update the labels? What happened?
Mm-hmm.
Probably because
I
it
mean,
looked
I
like
just
Stormy. If they were pink.
she does have bad anxiety and depression.
Okay,
So
there it is.
that's her medication. Then we all pop up. I mean, I don't have any medication that I
Okay,
take every day.
I don't
But
take.
most people do. I mean, I'm gonna get there one day. I already know. I'm gonna have to take something, but I don't right
Really?
now. Yeah, I take nothing.
I don't want to take nothing.
I don't either. So, I mean, I'm sure I'll get there as I get older. So she just wanted to waste her time and recover. Okay. I mean, I guess we all have a right. There may be an NDA pertaining to that, and Stormy can't say. I don't know. Okay, let's get back to any other questions we have before I move on.
No.
Okay. Are we on? I don't really want to talk about them.
Who?
The sex thing. Okay, we're gonna talk about Kimmy's coochie again and her orgasms and
We don't
faking it.
have to.
Well,
I will
because we're
say
gonna talk
though
about
that
other people's
that
orgasms as well.
conversation is why I only gave it a 7 because when I got to that conversation, I was like, here we go again.
Okay, I have a question. Did Kimmy and Maurice talk about anything else? What else did they talk about?
Nothing.
They don't have any beef with
They don't
anybody.
have anything going on
Yeah.
other than him forcing himself on top of her child.
That my husband said, why is he being so messy? He was talking about Carlos. He told us, why would he even mention it like that when he came
He
back? Because he
did say it
did
in such a horrible
wait.
way.
That's not
What
true.
he said that people feel like you are sexually
So you,
abusing.
I
he
mean, that is kind of how it come off now.
he said
Really?
it felt more accusatory than it was explaining or asking him to explain. That's
I mean, yes,
I think
Callie.
When we did our awards, Maurice was my worst person.
Yeah,
He bothers me
because
so.
in a way, Kimmy can chalk it up
You went out, D. I just
make
want
it
you to
look
know.
bad, but it's still the same thing. Like basically, you really having sex with him so he don't cheat. You don't want to do it because you don't feel like you going through chemotherapy. You got cancer. You ain't up for that type of stuff. But because he's won't leave you the hell alone about it, you got to lay there and do what you got to do, even if you don't want to. So
But
in a
I mean, how
way,
Mm.
do you equate that to sexual assault? It ain't like he taking it. She's
I
always said
mean,
that she was
yeah,
a
but it's
willing
still like
participant.
basically she
She's
still forced
never
him.
even insinuated that she's not a willing participant. That to
Yeah,
me
I thought that
was
was too
hard.
much.
Yeah,
And
I
it was,
forcing himself on her.
it was off like that because she basically really don't want to do it, but she's doing it
I mean,
because
most women don't. I mean,
That's a lot of times.
I mean, after you have babies, like especially immediately after.
Yes, he
Well,
was.
there may be some women that may be eager, but if you had a traumatic pregnancy, I was terrified. Like it
I'm
was
gonna tell
something I
y'all.
did not
I
want to get
agree.
pregnant again.
I'm gonna tell you. After I breastfed, I was like, I don't want nobody else to take my breast because I had a baby. You feel a certain kind of way, so I get it.
I
Because
was
okay, so Marsha says because he keeps saying these terrible things, it wasn't just once. It's very disrespectful to Kimmy, and I agree
I
with that. But I do think sexual assault and forcing yourself on her was too much. Like it could have been worded differently. I don't know how, but that almost seemed
wow.
like rape to me. That's like rape,
I mean,
right? No,
oh,
not
sexual
sexual
assault.
assault is
Yeah,
rape.
what he was insinuating, absolutely. I
mm,
Yeah,
mean, but then it wasn't warranted because
Oh
it's
my
not
God,
like
Latoya,
Kimmy
really?
has ever insinuated that she wasn't willing to. She just didn't necessarily peak. And let's also be clear. I'm gonna get all kind of backlash for this.
it's fine. We lose to it.
Well, I'm gonna get all kind of backlash for this. I've had good sex that didn't necessarily come with a climax.
Absolutely, I
Yeah,
have
so I'm
too.
like, it's not
I have
well,
like
I
too.
can't
But I'm gonna
relate.
tell. But you a man, D. It's totally different.
it's
Okay,
I'm
but I
gonna
totally
still
say,
do what I still am in y'all position though.
but
you,
still, you still gotta have a.
you
I mean,
can.
well,
Why
right?
do you think
Okay,
that
but
we
I'm
can't?
gonna say this. A lot of
Why
women
do you
fake it.
think that
Actually,
we
you
can't?
can. Actually, you can. I just thought about it.
I'm gonna say, why do you think that we can't? Because we absolutely can climax back there.
Really?
So,
What?
Okay.
uh,
Well, see, I don't do that kind of stuff
But
right
your
there. I
climax is
don't
clear.
know.
What?
wait,
D, we have to talk about this offline because I am so intrigued, but I don't think everybody.
Joy, come back to the screen.
Okay, let me get myself
I'm
together.
just
D,
saying.
you
I'm just telling
go
y'all.
ahead, D, because you done messed me up for the night.
I was just saying that, girl, just go keep moving, keep moving.
Mute.
Oh, child, that was hilarious.
Keep going. Oh my god.
We
Okay.
dumbfounded. We don't even know how to move on.
I was just saying that we can. I was just asking the question because why do
See,
you
I
think?
didn't know this. I have so many questions, but I can't right now. Okay, so is it bad for women to fake? Should a woman just be honest? Because I'm gonna say this: if you don't, sometimes men
I
feel bad. They feel bad, right?
I was just
I,
having this
I,
conversation with my friends. I feel like you absolutely 100% should be honest. Because listen, I did that one time when I was in college, and I vowed to myself I would never lay and suffer ever again. I would never do it. I'm sorry.
So is it suffering if you don't have one? What if
No,
it feels good,
yeah,
but you just don't have one?
horrible sex with someone like. Well, we talking about bad sex or just not orgasming.
Just not orgasm, not bad. Now, if it's bad, you shouldn't go back. Why would you go back if it's bad?
I mean, some people do,
Because you're
child.
hoping that the next one won't be bad.
I think
Mhm.
y'all are kind of talking in regards to not being in a committed relationship. I can kind of understand if you're not in a, if you just
I missed
doing it to
off.
be doing it. That's a little bit different. When you're in a committed relationship, there are going to be times when you want to and your mate don't want to, and he got to get you there to even get, even get you in the mood, and vice versa. I think it goes both ways.
Are you
I
looking
don't
at
see anything
That
wrong
is
with
true, Felicia.
sparing your husband's ego. I will say this though.
I think that's what Carlos was
Look at
Whisper,
doing.
she got
Joy.
me
Whisper
back.
the Lord. Whisper.
I will say this. I was sitting next to my husband. I was praying to God. He did that.
He did.
Wait, what
Don't
happened?
ask me. But I must say this though. I mean, like, I feel like there's a lot of women who's never had that happen before. They've never had an orgasm. They don't know what it is, so they don't know what they're missing.
That's
But
true.
I don't
I
understand how you could get in a committed relationship with somebody with bad sex. Like, why would you stay?
Well, because just because you don't orgasm doesn't mean it's bad.
No,
It's
but
not
we
good
talking about bad
sex.
sex, not just orgasm. Because, but bad. Do not
I
commit to them.
If it's
Leave.
bad, I mean,
I want to
orgasm
make a
shouldn't even be
point to what
expected.
Carlos
Right.
said, and I feel like that's what Carlos was kind of getting at. Maybe he should have said it the same way that Felicia said it. Cohesion is still a form of
Well, no, if you can coerce somebody and it's
cohesion.
your mate and it's
Is
your wife, because some people do that a lot. Like, baby, listen, if you do this, then I'll get up, I'll take the kids to the dance, and you don't have to. And she be like, okay, roll over. When you tap me on the shoulder, I'm gonna roll over because it's a tit for tat kind of thing. I don't think that is a form of rape. That's just me.
I mean,
or
I get where you're coming from. I get it.
Yeah, because I mean, but I mean, it could be. Kimmy don't feel like she was being raped or sexual assaulted, so I think that's really
when
pretty
missing
much
a
all that matters. Do you believe that
But
Melody? Huh?
that's exactly what I was about to say. Go on,
Oh, do
Melody.
you
Go
feel
ahead.
like Melody was lying when she said she had never had one with Martell?
she
No,
is
I don't
not.
think she was lying. I don't think
I,
she was lying at all. But you know what I
Hmm.
do think? I think the reason that she knows she's probably comfortable talking about it now because she's probably had some since her divorce, and she finally had an orgasm that she had not experienced with Martell. So she's thinking,
Hmm.
dang, is this really my first orgasm? I've never felt this good ever. And I was with Martell for 14 years. So I don't think she was lying. I think she's now had better. And that's why she's able to comfortably say Martell didn't do nothing for her, but make her sticky.
But it was wet.
oh my god.
He said the bed was wet, but that still
I
don't mean
really believe
orgasm.
that.
That still don't mean orgasm. I'll tell y'all that. I mean, unless she's squirting all over the place, which I'm gonna have to make this explicit. We ain't gonna even be able to do this one.
Yeah, I don't like that. Yeah, I know. The sheets get all messed up. But so I believe her when she
You
says
guys,
that.
sorry.
I don't.
Huh?
I said
You don't
blame.
believe her? I don't know.
I don't believe
Oh,
her
I
either.
believe
But I
her.
think she's absolutely lying just to piss Martell off.
Why would
It
she
pissed
all
him
of a
off.
sudden want to piss him off? I mean,
She's
I'm telling you.
she's
Hi,
always saying
Queen.
things
Hey.
to take jabs at him. And that if she's been trying to jab at his ego, that's been the whole season. That's the reason why she took away his
Do it
name
all
because
men.
of
I mean, women do
something
it
that
all
he
the time.
said, because of
You
something
do.
he said
Hmm.
about her last name. So taking her name back was taking
No,
her
no, no. What?
um reclaiming her as her and not associating with him.
She does.
And because ain't no way I would tell nobody I was married to somebody for 13 years with 4 kids and I ain't never come. I wouldn't even
It's a
told
lot of
nobody.
women like that, Joy. It's a
I
lot
But
of
wouldn't
I
women
even
who,
still
because
told
think
we don't
nobody.
have to have an orgasm to have
I
But
kids. They
think
do.
even if it
So
was
she's
I
true,
mean, a lot of
even if
women
it
have
was
never
true,
had it.
I wouldn't have
A lot,
said it.
I still think she's
but they
doing
all said
it.
it. Well, they didn't say never. But
We all do this when we break up with a guy. Like, oh, the sex
Exactly.
was horrible
Yeah.
anyway. Hey,
I
And
look,
don't. If it
I'm
was
like,
They've
good,
been
it was
apart
good.
for
I'm
my
not
three
gonna lie.
thing
years.
is, it's a reflection of you because
Oh,
if
please.
how can a guy who
I
not
wouldn't.
smooth, not cool, not it, not whatever pull you, you was having premarital sex, he still got you, married you for
hello.
13 years, cheated on you for 5 of the 13 that y'all was married, but his sex was trash. All right.
Because
Good.
it could be more than a sexual relationship. So I'm gonna say this with women. Women do not have to just be sex, be the end all be all. They
True,
had
but
a business, they had
right.
kids. If you love somebody, you stay. I mean, I've seen women stay with men who beat them. So I'm sitting here like, what are y'all talking about? Orgasm gonna make you leave when women stay with men who beat them? Like, to me, that doesn't make
Usually
sense
that's
anyway.
what keeps you around longer than anything. And I would have
No,
assumed
I
that
don't care how good the sex
usually
is. If you mistreat me, I'm leaving. So
but I
no,
mean
it depends on the person.
she was
It
being
depends.
she was being cheated on. He was still seeing this girl. At some point, she really knew he was. We were literally
But
watching a show, watching her on TV while his girlfriend was sprouting out
Right,
of the mouth
Latoya.
on Instagram.
but
If
maybe
I
she's had
knew,
better since
he
then, Joy.
knew.
You don't know. You
Because
don't
if
know
she's
if
had
maybe she was
better, that
like,
should clearly say whether it was good or bad with Martell. Trust. It is what it is.
I ain't never had love like that either. But some women do. They stay for the craziest reasons. But I'm not gonna leave somebody because they never
I've
made me had an orgasm
But
either.
she also
I've
had
had love
4
like that.
kids. I mean, there was reason for her
You
to
have
stay
the
and
Yeah,
reason for her to go.
I was with a guy all throughout high school that was basically 14 till I was like 18, and he cheated 2 out of the 5 years. So I
yeah.
mean,
She said emotionally and mentally, sometimes your body and you could be you can separate yourself sometimes during sex and not even just zone out as a woman.
I know that. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't think I think the never part was too much, but I will say this, honey. When she said that, Martell got up like I'm King Kong. No, you can't say that about me. Like that tore his entire spirit.
and
I
that
mean,
shit.
he
And I was
clearly
like,
thinks she's lying. He clearly is like,
he
come
said,
on
I
now.
got a
Y'all know that
hook.
ain't true.
Okay, so I understand a hook and a curve. I thought they were the same. So I feel like if you got both, is that deformity or is that normal or am
That's
I just
Rory's disease. What's the name of it?
I know what it is, but
Era
he said he got both hook and a curve. Ain't that the same or no?
Should I
It's
tell
the
y'all?
same to me, but I
A
think
hook is a curve. A hook
Yeah,
is a
I
curve. It's a curve.
the
don't know what
position
the hell
that
he
you're
talking
in
about.
can determine if it's gonna hurt or
Right.
not. You got to
Thank
be in a
you,
certain
D.
position for that.
Yeah, that's true. When it
And
comes
her
to
G spot has to be the way your hook is curved. Like if it ain't, it don't matter. Right?
But she
I
also
mean,
made a good point when she said, it's not just about how I'm feeling, but if you good to me one night and then you bad to me the next day, that has a lot to do with it as well. So I think,
Somebody
you
said
know,
he ain't packing. I mean, with them
right.
little tight shorts on, I don't know how you don't see nothing because them shorts be look. Oh,
And you
child.
didn't see anything, did you?
Every time people talk about that, all I can hear is Cardi B's WAP, like with the hook in it. I hope it leaned over.
Right. I understand a hook, but not a hook and a curve is the same.
baby, if you got on them little shorts everywhere, you gonna see it. I'm sorry. That's why I love watching Keith Lee.
I think what she means by the
Keith
hook,
Lee. Let me
the
look up who that
curve is
is.
that it's leaning
Baby,
over.
when
Wait a
in them
minute.
short
Wait a
pants,
minute.
go look.
I think the hook and the curve is the hook and it leans over.
But he should say a hook and a lean because a curve is a hook.
Yeah, I think that's what they're. I think
Okay, maybe he meant a hook and a lean. Okay.
because of that's a lyric.
Mm-mm.
That's rap lyric.
I know a hook is, but I ain't never heard a hook and a curve.
Well, that's what Megan.
She don't
That
say her hook and curve. She say hook.
yeah. She says lean over with the hook
Right. The hook and the lean.
over.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I've only
You
dealt with
know we
one of
know rap,
those.
Joy. We know rap over here.
Yeah, I know female rap music.
Yeah, not Courtney saying he's never heard. Okay, so they
Yeah,
go
right,
back
Latoya.
to the back. Are we done with the orgasm comment? Are we
Yes,
done or you have more? Okay.
we're done.
So they
So we can move on to the segment.
and when does Marceau tell her that she's saying too much? Was that on the stage and in the back or just in the
Say it
back?
again.
When
That
Say it
was
Marceau
in
again.
the back.
too
Well, he did say it on stage, but they finished the
okay.
conversation off stage when he said, "You're doing too much. You're saying too much." Yeah, he said that on stage and in the back.
Okay. Do y'all think she was doing too much? Was he right? Is he
Well,
chastised her too much? I have too many questions
he
on this.
he said you're doing too much only when after she said go pop a pill because he's thinking in his mind now that was supposed to be safe for Kiki. You getting your lines mixed up.
Right.
That's when he told her That's when he
That's
told her,
that's
you're doing too
exactly why I
much.
said
He knew she was
be heard.
wrong. Yes.
So
She
listen,
done
they
messed up
said, but
her
the side chick
rehearsals.
only talk about his tongue, and it's in her butt too, never in her vagina. Never said anything about his bottom action. Well, I don't know because you're not going to talk trash to me. So, do y'all think she went too far? Let's answer that question first. Tisha,
Well, only with the pop and pill thing. Only because
only
I
popping
had never
pills.
heard that in relation to
Okay.
Stormy anyway. I mean, we could be wrong, but that's where she blew it for me. I'm like, girl, but okay. She
No,
stood up
you
for
say no.
herself today.
We don't think that he said it was for Kiki, but Latoya, I think you came in later. We're saying that Tisha had a whole bunch of stuff in her head she wanted to say, and she
Hmm.
went to rat-a-tat-tatting all of it at once, and she
Yeah.
used the popping pills comment that was
On
meant for Kiki on Stormy because she was just trying to get them all out. Now we don't
before
know if
she
that's
forgot.
true, but that's just how we feel. So you feel like she didn't go far enough? What?
And she didn't have time to write it on her hands. Wait a minute, she said she didn't go far enough. Oh. What else was
Okay,
there
so
to
they go
say?
back to the back, and Stormy. It really kind of focused on Tisha Marceau, Stormy, and what's her Courtney. And Stormy was talking about she gave her grace, but then she gonna give her hell. Was y'all scared when she said that? I,
No.
I was
I'm just
I
waiting
was
on
scared for Tisha.
bring on the next season so we can see what the hell is, I guess.
So other people don't think she went too far. Okay, so then they come out and it's the women on the stage and Marceau. Do you think that was a necessary panel
I
or
think it was
scene?
a good
Should
example
he
to
have been
show
out
how
there?
itchy he is. Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, he
What
should have
y'all
been out
think?
there because he's always trying to talk down on what women do. He should have been sitting right there to get checked.
Woo!
Front and center,
Would you
baby.
have agreed to that though, as the one of the husbands?
No, but
I mean,
Maurice
of course
knows
he
that he.
would.
I mean,
Look at him.
Marshall, he
He's
likes to be in people's business, so of course he was going to agree to it.
Mm?
exactly, exactly.
Yeah, that's what he do.
That's why I love when Melody said, "Baby, uncross your legs." Yeah, you more woman than I am.
You sassier than
Yeah.
I am. That was so funny.
That was so
All
bad.
right. So let's.
You say
What do you
what,
think,
Joy?
Joy?
What you say,
I
Joy?
think that's too much. I don't like that kind of talk with men at all. Like, a lesser man and a lesser man would have it would have gotten really, really ugly. I just
Okay, but Joy, let's talk about it because they just jumped into it. We're not
because
going in order, and this is why
he can
people can't follow because people jumping all around. But what they were talking about was about Tisha now saying that she wants to be a stay-at-home mom and the
Oh yeah.
difference of it. And Tisha was saying at first I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. Then my family was saying, "No, girl, don't depend on no man." And Marceau's exact words were, because a family of strong women, we call them the Rogers. That right there was a dig at Melody. So she ain't supposed to come back and say, "Uncross your legs," because you talking about my last name like it's triggering you now. It wasn't because she just said that and he didn't say nothing first.
oh no. I'm not arguing that she didn't have a right to come at him. It is it's a certain norm that Marceau, and at this point they know it, is willing to stay in. There's a there's a place in his mind where he has created a boundary for himself,
Okay,
not for
for
them.
himself.
So
Mm-hmm.
when they call him a B, a lesser man would walk outside of that box after so many times. A
So
lesser
you're not talking
man,
about Melody then, because Melody didn't call him a B. Oh,
no,
okay.
correct. But
Okay.
even the insinuation of the sass, cross your legs, I know you're like, I know where the mindset comes from. If you come for me, you have no control on how I respond. And I kind of get that at times, but you decide as a person what kind of boundary you're gonna stay in. I do recognize his reserve because I have seen situations just like this in real life amongst couples, and the man goes so far in response because in my experience, men, although they control themselves, can say much more harsher words than we can. most of the time. That's why their digs hit harder. Not all the time. I'm not saying it.
Never, in my opinion.
Oh,
Mine either. Ain't no man
They
ever
can't
got
go
me
harder
the
than-
best of
no.
me.
Mm-mm.
they're because you're with a mature man. A lot of men have it in them. They might think it, but they reserve. I definitely don't. Can I also say this is stereotypical for me, and
The
I hope
Southern man.
and I apologize in advance if I feel offend somebody, like for real, because Demisio is also on here, and because this is, but I do think that gay men in the Black community are perfect examples of
Wait,
men
what happened?
who are
I don't
not
know, D. We
who
don't
are
know.
not in those boxes, who don't care nothing about them boxes. If you say something to them, they're going to cross so many lines to the point where even if we knew the girl was wrong, she said something bad, we have to defend her because the boy came so hard. I see that a lot, even with children, with teenagers.
But it's not
Boys,
like he didn't start it. He's
no, I'm not arguing. He
with
doesn't
them.
say anything. You're correct. He doesn't even say anything. He
What do
takes it.
you mean?
Okay.
I just
I'm not
personally feel like
understanding.
shut up if you don't want nobody to say nothing. Period.
He hasn't
Let's leave
said
it.
anything.
Right. Like they didn't even start
He
this
has
with him.
he hasn't said anything. My point is I don't like it because I know that a lesser man, I don't want to say that gay
And you're
men
not saying
aren't
that gay
lesser.
man is a lesser man. That's not
No,
what you're saying either. Yeah.
I'm saying
Yeah.
lesser man in being
Right.
comfortable outside of boxes. Gay men tend to be very comfortable outside of
I'm
boxes
like confused
of
on what we even talking about here. Like, what is like the
I don't
like?
know.
What are we?
So let's get back to it. So I think let's go subject by subject. So let's do the Stormy thing and the B word because I think this is what George's talking about. So Carlos asked Stormy, why did you call him a B? And she said he gaslights, poke fun because he wants screen time. And she said that most men wouldn't do that. A B would do that, and that's why I called him a B. Y'all remember her saying that?
Yeah.
What do y'all think about that statement?
Where is the lie? Where is the lie? He
I
always
mean,
in the women business, just like Peter.
that's true.
But Joy is
that's
saying
what I'm
that
talking about. What
I
I'm
mean,
saying is if he really came back at him, if y'all think Marceau is condescending in general conversations, and we know that he is, like for real, keep it a buck, he's an a-hole. I like him. He's my favorite, but he's an a-hole.
right.
I like it because he talks over people's head a lot. They don't even get it till later. But my issue is you can only keep calling a man a B for so long before he not respond. And if he responds to Stormy the way I know that he can, and we know he can, her husband is gonna get involved, then it's gonna be the husbands fighting. I'm telling you, in my opinion, that's teetering on dangerous
But
water.
then he needs to stop. Like
yeah.
he needs to stop then. If he feels like what he's going to do is going to cause chaos and confusion to the point of him having to go at a woman in a hard way, then he needs to stop being that way to women.
Point blank. Period. There ain't really nothing
Good
else to say
point.
about that.
Yeah, he's wrong.
And I mean, I just feel like that. Like, don't put yourself as a man in that situation because they're not coming for him. They're not asking him anything. He's interjecting and inserting himself into what they're doing. Courtney ain't doing that. Martell ain't doing that. Maurice ain't even doing that. He's the one
It's
doing
just
that.
Marceau. Yeah.
I know you hate this, Felicia, in them comments, baby.
Hey, can I step back to something real quick before I
Now,
forget?
and
Go ahead,
that's
Callie.
really
Yeah.
the point that
I
I'm
keep trying
trying.
to scroll down. Well, Beth said that Stormy made a music video about falling in love with drugs. Now, I saw her working on that video, but I didn't know it was about falling in love with drugs. Did you guys know that?
Yeah.
What?
Okay.
What's the name of the
No.
song, Yvette? Can you tell us the name of the song?
I was trying not to go there, but the audience is because I've heard that.
You've heard that?
So
Okay.
when did she?
Well, I remember I went live the night that Stormy was doing her video. So it's probably still posted. I'll have to go and see. But I didn't hear anything that made me think it
They
was
say it's
about
called
drugs.
Love Drugs. Love
Yeah.
drugs. So I want to
And
ask a question to Felicia. How are they coming for him by way of Tisha? Can you give me like an example or two?
yes.
Like what did they do?
I told you
Because
one.
to me it
See,
feels
they
like
was
he's her mouthpiece. Like she can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Wanda's not there to do it for her. So now he feels like, because even Courtney was like this, like don't even interject. This is between them. Like even when they was on stage, like no, don't. Because he knew he was about to.
he did
Give me
Monty.
three. I want three. Thank you, Mama Sita. Yeah, I love it. I because I need examples because sometimes I might forget. You
Yeah.
know, I ain't even funny.
I just think it's
Why do I have
dangerous
stuff about Wendy? Child.
territory because I have seen men come after women in situations, but Marceau has been, I mean, impressively, I'm impressed of his restraint
He need
because I know he wants to respond and he has to almost dig into his, psyche saying, man, not this time, man. Like I see
so,
it.
so you talking about the effect but not the cause. I don't
I,
understand how we skipping over the cause. Like
this is
he's
you
causing
act
this
like
and this is the effect that he's gonna
are
get.
you
I
telling me
mean,
that bitch is the only word that you could, even sassy would have been better than B.
Well,
That
okay, what's
it's
the
a different
difference? It's all insulting.
who. It's not, it is.
I
It
said, what's
really
the
isn't a
difference? It's
difference.
all
It
insulting.
isn't a difference about the insult, but it's different words. B has a different reaction. If I ain't liking you, you call me a B. As a female, I'm coming after you. The average dude is not gonna take you calling him no B. Marceau
but
is
then
not
the average
going
dude ain't
to
gonna be in these women's business like that either. The average dude, I ain't gonna let my dude. I'm gonna tell you, if I'm on
the
the show,
average
my
dude
dude
in the
better
real
not.
world,
You better
no. On
not.
a
Cause
reality
I'm gonna
show,
tell you this.
yes.
I can handle myself. Don't come into this unless her husband coming at me. But don't you go at her. Cause I got her. I promise you. She ain't gonna go to sleep tonight after I get done with her ass. So don't come. You ain't got to do this for me.
Stormy's issue, first of all, isn't this didn't start because Marceau was in her business. This all started because Marceau asked her $400. This wasn't about her business. Now she didn't made it about that, but Marceau came to her regardless if you thought it was unfair or not. He came to her on business
I got
that
that too.
was his.
So did Tish call a Barrick a B? I do have the picture of that. So when Destiny, and I can show y'all if y'all want, I didn't add it, but I will. So when Destiny got locked up or had to turn herself in, I don't know if she got locked up. Letitia did an Instagram post, and I'm
No
gonna
B.
just get it so I don't say the wrong
She
thing.
didn't call him no B though.
Let me
And
see if I.
she didn't even say no name in that post. We just figured it was because of what was going on. These people are
Well,
saying this to Marceau's face. She never
hold
said
on. Let me
LeBaron's
get this.
name. She never even said Destiny's name. She made a vague post.
At
But we
the
know
end
what
of the
it's
day,
about.
though,
So you can hide your hand. Is that what you're saying?
a real person is
She
gonna take
wasn't even
offense to
talking
it.
about her.
A
Well,
Yes, she
real
was.
person,
She
a
called
real
him a
person
bitter
is gonna
ex.
take offense to it, regardless of whether you say bitch. Because if you call me incompetent, honey, we're gonna take it there. Because I
If
know
you
what you're
call me a
trying to get at.
liar, and we've had this conversation, don't call me a damn liar. Okay, it's certain
Like,
words that you just don't say.
baby, it
People
don't
are
matter
like,
to me because the
it's
insult is an
insulting,
insult.
but
And
he's
if I
going.
feel like
This
you're
is more.
insulting me, regardless of whether you call me a bitch,
I just put it up
stupid,
there.
incompetent, minuscule, any of those things is gonna get a reaction from me because I know what they mean. So it
So
really don't
so
matter.
so Stormy started with Marceau because of $100, and it just exploded.
That's where it comes from. And he was coming to her on business. Now she's talking about other people's stuff that she felt like Marceau was in. It had nothing to do with her. Standing in your square is dealing with, I was irritated because he came to me. He didn't come to her in a negative way, an ignorant way. He was like,
Me
well,
either,
where's
Yvette.
$100? He should have been more. It was a lot of things that they were their fault that they should have made clear with Stormy, because I think that Marceau was irritated that Stormy took up so much room. And instead
But
of him,
then that's their fault too, Joy. That's
I
their fault too.
said that. I
Yeah,
said that
I know. It's their
their
fault.
fault. Yeah, that was their
Yeah.
fault. They should have been very clear on what your booth space was, and if she needed two,
Uh-huh.
she should have asked for two. It looked like Stormy took up like 8
She
booths.
did.
She
Took up
had it
everything.
was everywhere, and I ain't hating on her because it's her. And she could have even said, "I didn't know it was $100, but you do know I'm giving mine away to the community." So
Mm-hmm.
even she wasn't even selling products. Hers was a straight up giveaway. To me, of all the people, if you were doing free stuff, you shouldn't have been charged a booth unless it was a corporate booth.
I
But
agree.
in her
But it was their
situation,
first expo. They
it was that.
learning. It was
Yeah,
their
so I
first
mean,
expo.
but let's not pretend like Marceau was in her business and that's why this happened. This happened because of the expo.
When
I
we
think
say
that you're right. It
he
was their,
always in the women's business because he's
That
always
has
like
nothing
coming
to do with
after
Stormy. That's her being
women.
irritated and then snowballing other people's issues. You can't sit up here and tell somebody to stay out of women's business when you in their business talking about instead of dealing with what she really mad about. I can't stand people like that. That don't even make no
but I
sense.
don't.
You mad about for other people's stuff. What they got? You ain't even talking to Melanie. Why are you mad to hear Melanie get
Latoya, who are you talking to? Did nobody say you call anybody a lie? First of all, reading and understanding and comprehension is
please?
key. We just said we don't like when people call us a liar. I mean, you ain't never called me a liar. If you did, I didn't catch it because then you would have went at it. But I don't think you called me a liar. But we gonna move on. But that if that was towards me, I never said that. But go ahead. Um,
I get sick. You know what? I'm gonna be quiet.
but anyway, y'all, I'm just sitting here and I'm like, I don't know. I would never call a man a B, but I don't really call women that either. I don't. Oh, it's not to us. Okay, Tori, because I'm like, what you talking about, girl? All right.
Well, child,
Um,
that's one of the first insults
yeah, let's
that'll
move
come out
on.
of my
Let
mouth.
Felicia be. You know what, Felicia? You just need to be our little thing because you don't let us go too far. Felicia be like, we time to move on.
Bye, Felicia. Now, just like
Okay, so what is next? What's next?
Oh, we attacking you. Okay, Garcelle. Okay, Garcelle. We gonna quit attacking you, mama.
oh, Lord.
You
Or is
got
that
that from
Dorit?
me.
Oh,
I
I'm sorry,
said
that's
that to them
Dorit.
earlier. I said that to them
Okay,
earlier because
he
they were all
started that. It
attacking
could
me
have been
about
addressed after the
Tisha.
fact. So I have a question, and I done lost it. Dory is real. Oh my God. Oh Lord, I lost it. Hold on. Let me go to my notes. Do y'all have something else? Let me go to my notes. I got to get my Dory on. Let me find it.
Oh, we finished talking about because they spent a whole
We
lot of
talked.
time on
Yeah,
this
we talked
scope.
about the culture. We talked about the gaslighting. We talked about cross your legs, right?
Yeah.
Um.
Yeah, we did.
Or Tisha wanting to be a stay-at-home mom. Can I say this about that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so
Oh,
I
I do
work
have
with a
notes.
lot of I work with. I have a lot of friends that are stay-at-home moms, like
Mm-hmm.
stay-at-home moms. Like, and I have had one particular friend who ended up going to school. She got a nursing degree. And she worked every once in a while, but she kept getting pregnant, and she always wanted to nurse her babies like full time. So I used to wonder. I tease her to this. I don't think she's worked 3 years in her adult life. I said all of it to say I kind of respect Tisha being honest about that because I did often wonder how can you go from having a job, having your regular pay to 100% dependent on your husband because I've only been a year after I had my youngest baby. I stayed.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I was going
Yeah,
crazy.
me too. I couldn't do it.
So I admired the fact that she was honest about this. Some women don't like because you still got to juggle both. You still, if you work every day, you got to come home from work and still do all that other stuff that you would
Mm-hmm.
do before. And if you know you'll have a willing partner, because that's what I heard, because that's really
Marceau ain't a willing partner to help,
she don't have
right?
a willing partner, and everybody don't have a guy like Martell who is doing hair and
Yeah.
washing and cooking every once in a while. So all
Mm-hmm.
the responsibilities is still gonna fall behind you. So it's like having two full-time jobs.
And I'm going to say this too, because I want to say something about that too. It's nothing wrong with being a stay-at-home mom.
It's
If
not.
that is in your spirit and that is in your soul, I think that Tisha thought that she wanted to do something else. And
Yeah.
she prefers staying at home.
Yeah.
And that doesn't take away the fact that a lot of women who work still do like what Mel said. You're not gonna lose your kids. And I think when he said losing your kids, I was like, what are you talking about? But you do have to like not get a lot of sleep
Oh, I
because after you get off from work, you got to go to PTO. You've got to even sometimes you have to leave work early to go to the dang on performances at school. You know what I mean?
it's too.
So yeah,
I heard him say when he said lose her kids, it was very clear to me that Marcel was saying, because if we get a divorce, I'm taking my kids. I don't know what y'all heard.
he
That's what
shouldn't.
I heard.
But Mel said no, she ain't gonna lose her kids. She
That's what
shouldn't
I heard.
lose her kids. How
She
he
should.
gonna take the kids when he don't even know if they're allergic to peanut butter? Play the tape, roll back the tape. You
I
can't
don't
have my
believe it.
kids.
I
But
don't.
he said it, Joy. But he
I
said
know he said it, but I don't believe. But I have I have two male friends that I talk to pretty regularly, and one of them, when he and his first wife, got a divorce, he really did take kids. I thought that I was shocked. I was shocked. Yeah, I was like shocked. And I have another male friend. He's cool, but I've met people who have flat out said he said that he and his wife have my boys are coming with me. I don't care what the situation is. Like they are
well, I
very
can understand that with sons too, right?
yeah. And both of my
Yeah,
friends all boys. By the way,
yeah.
both of my friends have all boys.
But I wouldn't let you take my kid. Okay, so Kiki, are we done with this one? Because Kiki comes out.
Yeah.
Y'all ready? Okay. So Kiki comes out. Carlos tells her she looks pretty in purple and she looks like Tisha. Um,
It was something else I wanted to mention. Did you write down that comment that Marcel, the quote Marcel gave? Because my husband was so hyped about that.
you talk
When
about the
he
plane.
yes, what was the analogy? Did you write it down?
I didn't write it down because I said only thing I wrote down was I'm tired of his analogies and metaphors. He was like a
I
plane that
love
flies
it.
right in the night, and then the one time that they don't, they crash on the ground. I mean, it's
Yeah, that's what it was. If
yeah,
it worked 90% of the time, that's what it was.
yeah.
Yeah. I like his analogy. That was one of the reasons why I like. Do you know how clever you have to be to always have a metaphor, a simile, an anecdote, an analogy, just sitting for every situation?
Every situation, honey. He does. He has an innuendo, analogy, metaphor. He got it every time.
And that's why
Um,
I like Marceau the most. That's my guy.
I don't dislike him. I told you I dislike Maurice the most. And I know people think I'm crazy for that.
I was so
Yes,
shocked when you said
I
that.
love him. So Kiki said yes. She said Tisha's beautiful. So you can say I look like her. They start talking about why did you bring to the show? Because you had this conversation and you said you weren't gonna bring anything else on camera. And Kiki said it's because she was sitting down with Melody and Melody asked, is that a good reason?
That's all it took. That's all it took. Can I say that? Can I say something about that? I don't know if I said it in real time, but that when we were watching it in airing time,
Yeah.
do you think that was a drop-in scene or a recall scene? Because I do wonder, did they put that in so they can get a clear picture of what was going on?
I think so because from the backstory that we know, the two MUAs, which is a makeup artist, both talked to production about it, and production felt like that's the only way to get it on the show, so they filmed it later. That's what I think. Now
Yeah.
I don't know what other people think.
Okay. Okay. I could see that. I tend to think that was a drop-in scene, which would explain because the season has to make sense. It wouldn't have made sense without that scene, to be perfectly honest, because you
It
couldn't.
didn't make sense.
It wouldn't have pieced
Um,
together with the scene with the water, the baptism, as you all say.
the wade in the water. And
Right.
I will say this, they showed that at the beginning and at the end, and Tisha ain't gonna never live that down. And
She,
I'm gonna flinch every episode because I feel like I'm about to wade in the water with her. Um, Thank you. His analogies are exhausting. And Tisha do be confused. She be looking at him like,
That's because it's a thinking process. To me, that's the difference between Shade and Jonan. He shades through all of his analogies. Like, because
She be looking at him.
you have to think about him. He's right though. I mean, even when he said it, my husband was sitting right next to me. He watched show. He said, "But he right though." So
But he don't fly right. He don't fly high all the time. The little digs he takes at these people, he ain't flying high either, honey. He is not the pilot or the co-pilot sometimes.
I ain't about being a pilot or the co-pilot. It's knowing what to say in the right time.
But
This
he
ain't
don't all the time though. So he can't chastise her because he don't do it at the right time all the time either.
I ain't saying
In my opinion. But so y'all don't think that Kiki should have done that. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. So is that all that happened? Are we done? Because then we're gonna go to the next thing.
Yeah.
Oh, she did call Tisha dumb.
Right.
What did she say?
Well, she said dumb and dumber.
And dumber. Okay, so Tisha said her conversation with him, it was a male's voice that she must have heard the conversation between Kiki and the person. And it had to be a male because she said your conversation with him did not seem like you were concerned, a concerned cousin. And Kiki said, because you're too dumb to decipher it.
Mm-hmm.
And then she called them dumb and dumber. And then Tisha said, well, your husband cheating, you do too. So who dumb? What y'all think?
Is that when she gonna come back and say and?
Mm-hmm. And that's the way it looks. That's what it looks like.
But if you have an agreement, can you get mad? I mean, do they have? And I'm gonna say this because we have always said this. And Joy, this is in my notes, and I don't want nobody to talk about us because we're trying to take Ozempic too. But if Kiki's husband is a little chunkamunk and he can have a side piece, we always say Marceau ain't cute and he can't have one. But if chunkamunk can have one, Marceau can too, right?
I ain't never said Marcel wasn't cute. I mean,
You
he's
haven't?
gonna get a girl. I just think it is what it is. If they have agreed to an open relationship or whatever Kiki and her husband did, then Tisha, when she brings that up next week, so what? If that's the attitude that Kiki's going to have, then that means that joke didn't land too well for Tisha to say. I guess we'll have to wait and see. But it doesn't look like it's going to be a big deal. Couldn't be me, but.
I mean, but if your husband and you are cheating, is it okay for you to be trying to blast out somebody else's husband?
Absolutely not.
Y'all know that allegedly, I'm going to say allegedly because I don't know this.
Lord Jesus.
This season, when they pitched, allegedly, when Kiki pitched her storyline, that she, whether or not her son was his.
What's this? Yeah, I heard that.
So, like that, and instead of focusing it on, because that would have, whether or not her husband was his, would be in the category of cheating, right? At some point, or over, because we have to be overlapping if you're trying to figure out whose child this man,
I mean, yeah. If you don't even know who your baby daddy is, then and you was married at the time.
Who's questioning that? Who's questioning
calling somebody dumb?
Who's questioning what?
So there is allegedly a rumor that Kiki's storyline, and I don't know if she comes back again, if they're going, she said she's going to talk about it. She said this on her live, was if her son, and I don't know how many kids she has, but if it belongs to her husband or if it's somebody else, it's because she cheated on him.
Oh, okay.
And Kiki said she would be open. So do y'all think she's coming back after sharing all the things she has shared?
I heard, I don't know how true this is, but I heard that they are currently filming and Kiki is not.
And Kiki is not.
You heard they were filming and Kiki is not? Okay.
I heard right now that's the rumor. Whether or not.
I see why not.
But allegedly they asked that they're filming right now.
And she is not.
She's not.
I mean, I could see it. She let too much stuff out. And that guy who she trusted, he showed everybody. I mean,
and just to kind of put this in perspective, if you all didn't know, many of you all probably do, but the guy that she's talking about that told the rumors is also the guy that exposed Kiki about the whole thing with Mel and whether or not Mel told her to come to Texas or not. And Kiki borrowed money from this guy. Like, it's weird. Like, why would she be asking him for $300 and then spend weeks trying to convince us that she was paid $300 for an interview? When he clearly had inbox messages of her saying that she got the money and thanking him for it. Like, Kiki's weird. I don't know if I trust anything that comes out of her mouth.
Well, as far as
I
what we
really
trust
feel like
out of their mouth, we really can't trust any of them as far as we don't know them like that, So I don't see anything wrong with her coming back. I mean, because if she's full of that much drama,
who's she gonna film with?
If she can keep her drama on the TV and away from the beauticians and the ALs and all that, then we want drama on the show. It just has to be the right kind of drama, not from somebody who wants to be a star outside of the show. That's the whole part that gets me. Who is this guy? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know why she trusted him. I don't understand why she told stuff before it was aired. And I think that's going to be the nail on. You're not supposed to do that. And she did.
Yeah.
She told a lot.
And
she told about her baptizing Tisha.
Yeah.
She told about the Houston trip. Like, she told too much. And I like her. And I did like her on the show. And I felt like she could have told us a story about sobriety and getting over certain things. But we just didn't get it. And I don't think we are.
Yeah.
But she might come back. I don't know.
I don't know if she come back. It's just something about her that just doesn't feel. It feels very thirsty. It's kind of like she is the Monica of Salt Lake City. It's something that wants to be who it is that she wants to be. And since this is who she wants to be and where she wants to be, she will do anything to stay there. And it's
now
weird.
We're not gonna compare her to Monica. Now that's why I draw the line.
I mean, Monica. I even wonder, did Monica lie about her family canceling? Like, what now?
Monica's a liar. Yes, we can compare.
Monica already showed the text messages and all of this for that.
I mean, she could
whatever. Monica don't need to come back.
She can.
But y'all don't act like Monica is the best villain in the world and the best thing to come. No, Monica is a fan who got on a show. No.
Yeah, she'll be back.
No,
I don't think nobody will film with her. Who's gonna film with her?
She said that everybody got a contract. She posted this, but her.
Yeah, who gonna film with her?
How often do we talk about somebody not wanting to film with somebody else? I mean, we talk about that a lot.
This ain't about her filming. She said the filming with her.
If they won't film with you, if they will not film with you, what are you gonna do? Just sit at the table?
And that's what happened with Phaedra. Even even Andy said that Phaedra was not fired. They had all banded together and said they would not film with her.
Who's not going to film with Kiki? Other than
I don't think about Kiki.
Only person, Stormy.
Yes, we talked about Martell's IG post last week.
Stormy will, because Mel ain't talking to her now.
Kimmy will. I mean, who? So
I think Mel will. When did Mel say she wasn't talking to Kiki? Did she say that?
No, she didn't say that.
She didn't say that, but I think she didn't say it, but the whole thing was because Kiki blamed her for saying that Mel told her to come and talked about her bad. That was recorded. That's where the mama and the grandma and all of that comes in. The whole thing was she was talking about Mel. And Mel was like, I ain't tell nobody to come nowhere. That's why Mel get alive and even explained that little extra scene.
Mm-hmm.
Like Mel was and I don't follow her, so what I get are clips of her live.
Right.
Mel explained that because she was just like everybody is blaming her, saying that she told Kiki to come, and she said I absolutely did not. So
She did do that. She did do a lot saying
she's
that.
not. She hasn't said anything about her per se, but let's be clear, all of this comes from her. Even the blogger that she was saying that was coming after her, this was all the information that was fed from Kiki. And this is the same guy. This is the same guy that relayed these rumors about Marceau in the back of his club. This dude, I don't know who he is. He might be a stand-up guy. He might be a guy like us that just wanted to get on the internet and decided to do a podcast.
No, he's not like us. We're not recording nobody. We're not gonna do that.
Right. We ain't doing that kind of stuff. And that's
he
what
recorded
does.
People. We're not doing that.
He was recording people. That and it got back to Mel.
Oh, I hate that for Kiki. I liked her. Okay.
I like her too, but
let's go to the next. So next week, they showed a clip. Marceau. So we know why little buddy. Why they call him little buddy? I don't understand why they call him little buddy. We know why Marceau jumped. Martell jumped up and said, "That's a lie. You're a liar." Was because, and I need to see this in that he said that we all knew this, that his relationship with Sheree was a business deal. But why is he? Everybody knew that, right?
Everybody.
But if it's in writing, if it's on the court papers, what he getting mad and walking out for? Was that not going to come up?
But even if it wasn't on the papers, we all knew that. Like, don't be. It's okay, Martell. Like, nobody cares. That nobody thinks less of him because of that. Do y'all? I don't.
No, he's done much worse. I mean, it's not a big deal.
I mean, I think whose idea was, I don't have a clue, but there's no way these people meet for the first time and was taking pictures of themselves in the park.
In the park with the dog.
And allegedly going places and asking paparazzi to follow them. We all knew this. The chemistry was off. I told them, I kept saying, I ain't going to believe it until I see them together. And
do you think Sheree was in on it though?
Heck yes.
Because Sheree seemed to me like she really did like Martell.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think she did either.
It started out as a business arrangement. Maybe she actually did start liking him.
I don't believe that.
I don't think she did. I think she was a good actress.
That girl was blushing when she got to talking about how good Martell is in the bed and stuff.
But I think she was acting.
Sheree,
she probably did that for Bob. You know, Bob.
I was just going to say that. Sheree drugged Bob on the show and pretended like it was a chance for her to rekindle with him. And he wasn't. She's willing to do anything for a storyline. She used her grandchild's coming out party, baby shower, as a storyline. Come on.
But that was a good storyline though, because then we got to see the stepdaughter she didn't know she had.
Well, that's what made it good. Okay, and then
but that was Sheree. I mean, that's her granddaughter. That is a part of her life.
Right.
That baby was asleep the whole time, Demisio.
I would understand. I would even understand if it was a situation of her granddaughter coming to and they had to live with her. I would say yes, that is a part of her storyline. Your son having a baby outside your house and don't live with you, and you see every once in a while if your son get him, because I don't even think her son lives there.
But why is Martell so upset about it? If that's what he's upset about, why do y'all think he's upset?
Because he wants us to believe that they were for real. But I don't know why. I just don't know. I don't know. He didn't even.
Yeah, they not for real about that.
And then the next clip was Miss Betty.
What's up with that? Now I don't like that because she was straight coming for Melody, and so we haven't seen anything of you this season, Mama Betty, except for you and your sister not liking each other. So what is this about?
At the beginning of the season, it was very early on because y'all remember this season's so long.
It's
we addressed stuff that happened episode 3, and this reunion was episode 32.
Yeah,
So
that's crazy.
when they had that tea party that Nell had very early on,
I remember the
Mm-hmm.
tea party.
right, the mother was going backwards and forward with Melanie. That's the reason why her and Stormy didn't speak, because of that.
But they
Also,
Right.
haven't they already talked about that?
no, I don't think they ever even had a conversation. I don't remember it. Did they
But
have?
I
Amelia
thought they did at
apologized
the
to
tea
her at the
party.
tea thing. They
But
talked about it at the
that
tea
don't
thing.
mean nothing. That day she
They
left
talked
her
about it though. So what are we
seed,
bringing it up now in episode 33 at the reunion? What is that? If we've already discussed it, why are you here, Miss Betty?
because it wasn't a resolve. I just think that it was just a shut up, because Stormy isn't talking to Mel because of this. Y'all notice that they never talked the whole season?
And I don't care though.
But I'm just saying that's why, because of stuff her mother said. Her mother feels like when it was a situation with Melanie, it was some comments or something. They felt like Melanie could have straightened everything out by a simple tweet. In my
Right.
opinion, this is what they think. All you have to say
I
is,
got you.
this don't have nothing to do with Stormy. But what happened was there was such a big backlash, and they are pretty convinced that Mel, at the very least, at some point knew about it and never corrected it.
But we've already talked about that though.
But
Why
this is what the reunion is for, to reach
No,
But
out.
Miss
no.
Betty has never. She didn't like Mel when the
Yeah,
show first
was
came on.
And that
Right.
is true. Well, we knew
Yeah.
that. Yeah, because
Betty
I
said
think
she didn't like me. Yeah.
before she was in comments, the reason that we know that is you can actually go to all those Facebook groups and type in her real name.
Mm-hmm.
All the comments, and she has made several comments in various groups about Melanie way prior to
Yeah.
Stormy coming on the show. This is like 2002. I mean, 2020, 2021. They were long
Right.
ago, but they were very much so against Melanie.
So let me catch up. So you guys are saying that the tea party was in this season?
Yes, it was early this season. Because
Jesus
Nell was
Christ.
it was like episode 3 or 4.
Okay,
It was
so
early.
and that's when we found out about the girl and talking about the revenge pee and all that.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct.
Lord have the mercy.
Let me go back. I'm finna look on my word list to tell you what episode.
And I'm gonna say this too. But at this reunion, Miss Betty, ain't no way I'm gonna still be mad at Melody for not clearing up a tweet after these two people I don't watch
Right.
on the season done said that a business that runs itself into the ground. Look at Canvas Beauty. I'm gonna be mad at Melody about some misunderstood tweets, and I ain't got no smoke for Marceau and Tisha after they
They
said
didn't
my daughter
really
done paid to that them
Right.
said my daughter paid to be in Forbes magazine, saying that her business is failing, that she owe invoices everywhere. But I'm gonna be mad about a tweet.
The
Is she
tweet
scared
that
of
Melody
Wanda?
didn't comment on. I mean, it just seems like a reach. Is that a reach that Carlo needed to take? What the? I don't get it.
She may be scared of Wanda, because Miss Van ain't gonna do it. Martell's mom ain't gonna get into it. You know what I mean? Kimmy's parents and Marceau, they parents don't get into it. So maybe Miss Betty and Miss Wanda got something going on where they gonna be the mamas that cause chaos and confusion, and they ain't gonna go against each other's kids. I don't know. But should the parents be this involved?
No. It's
No.
ridiculous.
Okay.
Then if the
Miss
Miss Betty
parents
hair did look cute.
how the
First of all,
grandchildren, how
I
the
wouldn't even allow my
grandchildren
mama
should
to
be
even.
earlier episode.
I wouldn't even allow my
I
mom
wouldn't
to
allow
even
my
be
mama
that
either, D.
involved.
Mm-mm.
I wouldn't either.
Mm-mm.
I wouldn't either.
I wouldn't either.
Because my
She
mom
And
was
Miss
a
Betty them got so much going on that she could have focused. And I feel like
The
Melody
first
said
time
this.
you
I'm not
wasted
trying
life
to
with my mama,
disrespect
baby.
you. I'm not trying to disrespect you. I ain't even here for you. Like, please
Right.
get away from me with this. Is that Phaedra? Get away from me with this, okay?
That's what she said to Apollo. Yeah, that was funny.
Apollo, Miss Betty Kruger, get away from me with
It just
this. Is
seemed
what she
like
should
it
have
came out
said.
of
Because the
nowhere.
first,
I don't know
because
why
the
that would
first
have
time
been.
you get back, the first time anybody would have got bad with my mama, it would have been a problem. So
I
What?
wouldn't
Nobody
have
got bad with
involved
her.
my mom.
She did all this. She started all the crap. I think that was the last part of the show. I just didn't
That was it.
understand that at all. I don't understand that at all. But whatever. It is what it is. We don't need her back next season. Her hair was cute though.
She did. Callie made me go back and look. So she put a wig over her locks, and it was a pretty wig. It was very pretty. She got her mama rights for the reunion, but she shouldn't have been there. And Carlos, I want you to leave these mamas alone. Mama Joyce done stepped away. Who else mama was crazy?
Mama died. She didn't step off.
Mama died. Oh,
Dorothy girl,
Candy's mama.
Dorothy.
She has. Mama Dot done stepped away. Yeah. What did Sutton say? Let the mouse go. Is that right? Get
Mm-hmm.
away.
Mama Wanda might not be on the show, but she's still on her own show. She go live every week talking
But
about.
that's what Miss Betty need to do then. Go live.
Oh, here it is. It was episode 6, being La T like.
That's crazy.
The name of that, I had to go back and find. I was trying to find out which one that they did the T. It was episode 6, being
Episode 6.
La T like. That was the name of the episode.
But we don't even remember that. I think Carlos reached with that.
It was in May. It was May. It aired May 13th, 2023.
No.
It's just weird to see somebody's mother. It's just weird to see somebody's mother going at one of the people on the cast. It's just wasted space.
I mean, it happened. Mama Joyce went after
Mama Joyce. Mama Dot. But Mama Dot still, even though she got in there, she was respectful.
They had their own spinoff.
Mama Joyce had episodes that segments that she led, like when she went up dressed up in the thing and went over to Phaedra's job. Like,
like you gonna put two people with a big head together?
Yeah, like she was by herself. What's the name? Wasn't even with her. Like,
that's true.
That was a mess.
Was Carlos? Please don't bring Betty Kruger back. That's all we gonna say. So anything, well, we gotta get off here because, and I guess we ain't gonna let anybody on because we've been on here 2 hours. We have to watch Married to Medicine and Potomac are about to come on, and I guess we're going live with them tomorrow about the same time. Let me put our little thing up, and I'll be on camera tomorrow, y'all. I had my bonnet on, and I ain't want to put no shirt on, so that is our QR code. Hit everything, chatter up, social media, podcast, everything. Anything else, people, that we missed?
Nope.
No? Anything else, D?
Still can't believe this dude came out here with a pink satin suit on.
And
it looked like a satin tracksuit.
Nope, I'm
proud of D because he watched this episode. He don't even watch Huntsville.
Thank you, D.
All right.
I had to do it for y'all. I've become a part of the girl circle. So I had it. Then it seemed interesting online. So I was like, okay, this is they were kind of going on. Let me go watch.
I always enjoy
Thank you, Yvette. We always say you're like one of us.
Huh? I'm not like an avid watcher, like watching a whole episode, but I will watch the clips online.
Yeah.
To keep up to
like I do Beverly Hills.
At least keep up to date on like what's going on, so I can like chime in our group chat, or like when y'all talk about it, I at least know what's going on. But I don't actually watch a full episode. But I watched that whole reunion because I gagged seeing it online. I said, I gotta go watch this, baby.
And then he got another little chat group that he go against without us. So what you say, Joy?
Do y'all see this show continuing? Because for some reason I just don't.
Huntsville.
Huntsville. I don't know. I think it'll maybe do 2 more seasons. I do. But not much past that. No.
It's really losing its luster.
Joy,
look, Joy, you got somebody that likes you.
First time for everything.
Go ahead, Toya. Dr. Joy speaks for you. That's why I said somebody's going to like one of us. If they don't like Joy, they'll like probably me. Or, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Everybody likes Callie.
Yeah, Callie, she just make people laugh. People probably don't like me and Joy the most, but it's all right. We don't care.
I wonder, do I have any fans?
You might, D. You probably got some fans, but I need you to stay on this call because I want to hear about the thing you talked about earlier.
I'm tickled that my husband know your name, Demisio. He was like, it's because me and you was doing the show. He said, you and Demisio did the show. I said, how do you know his name?
All right, we're going to get off of here. We will see y'all tomorrow about 5:30 to do Potomac and Married to Medicine. Y'all ready to peace?
Bye.
Peace.